Hello and welcome to Ryuutama Seyo, aka Travel, our Ryuutama show here on Twitch. And friendos, before we hop into intros and whatnot, I just want to say this is going to be our 23rd episode. That's so many fucking episodes, and that's not even counting the OVA. If we count the OVA, we're already at 26. Whew. I'm getting the feeling that y'all are never going to be rid of me, so hopefully that's okay. But it's been some time. I was gone for a convention, and some streaming schedules have shuffled around. It's been a while since I got to see most of y'all, specifically Jess. It has been forever. How have you been?
Has it been forever? I don't know. Time has bent around itself.
Close to a month? 3 weeks? Something like that?
Yeah, probably. I don't
2
know.
weeks?
Hi.
I'm
great. I'm in portfolio hell, as I have been for months. But that's fine.
Sorry. Chat, if you have a UX job lying around, please.
I have one I'm prepping to send off, so
okay.
Fingers crossed.
If you have good job energy to send.
Yes, I did launch the survey for research for the app that I'm maybe trying to build to make things safe for RPG folks and whatnot, and help them find groups where they feel comfy and cozy and welcome.
Oh yeah.
I think last time I looked at it last night, I have like 168 responses, so that's a bunch of data that I get to crunch.
That's a lot. That fun. Good times.
I mean, Google does it all for me. It's already in pretty graphs and shit.
That's the nice thing about forums, right?
Yes. But no, it's had a very good reception, which makes me excited.
Awesome.
Hakuoki has continued. We finished Sannan's route last night, and it was the best fucking route in the game. There, I said it.
Yeah, you told me that. I have a really hard time believing it, given how fucking awful he is.
It's true.
Well, what about Dreamy McPurple Eyes?
His is like one of the worst. Boring. It's very boring.
Yeah, it was like...
it's unfortunate.
It's a history class.
No, it's like extremely true. Sannan also has the best lines in the game.
Damn.
Like the writing was on point.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
It's very good.
I'm intrigued and more than a little weirded out.
I was baffled and shocked and amazed, basically.
You've also been playing a new Ultimate game, right?
Yeah, Seven Scarlet, which is much more murder mystery than Ultimate game.
Mm-hmm.
Much like Hakuoki is a historical supernatural fiction with a romance slapped on it. Seven Scarlet is a murder mystery with awkward romance slapped on top.
Okay.
It's the thirstiest heroine I've ever seen in a game. That makes for real awkward reading. One of the routes started off great and was terrible, and Ultimate games need content warnings sometimes, because I don't like yandere as a trope, ever.
That's fair.
And they put it in there a lot. And it blindsides you, and it's bad. Yeah. Content warnings in your visual novels, please.
I think we should be putting content warnings in more games in general. Like, I think didn't Life is Strange have some content warnings for a couple of the episodes?
I don't know. I never actually played that one.
It's been a while since I watched it or played it. But I know that they had support links and stuff at the end of. There was, spoiler alert, there's an episode of that game, or a chapter, I guess, if you're not familiar with the episode structure of that game. There's an episode that deals with some heavy suicide related stuff, and that episode ends with a bunch of like, if you need help, go here. If you're processing these feelings, go here. Like a bunch of resources for people. I forget if they had content warnings at the beginning, but I feel like people are so worried about like ruining the surprise, I guess. and thus like undercutting some of the impact of the more emotional moments. But I feel like conversely, even when I'm not like worried about a thing being in a game or a movie or a book or something, like knowing it's there, like knowing there are themes of XYZ, like going into Dad of War, being like, this warning, this game deals with themes of PTSD, and like I would be like, cool, that's a thing that I can look out for and read more into like the symbolism of this game and whatnot.
Right. The being able to choose to engage with that, knowing that it exists, is fine. I'm never going to make the argument, don't put that in your game, but like, let me know. Because if it's a thing I don't want to deal with, then I just won't play that part, or I'll skip through it, or whatever, and it'll be fine.
And I think especially with Ultimate games where you have multiple routes, right? Like you can mark that and be like, warning, this game has these themes in it. Are you okay with that? And like you could probably checkbox some of that and just like disable routes, essentially. Be like, yep, you said no to this, so you're not gonna romance this character.
Some of that one, like in Seven Scarlet in particular, it gets tricky because the way that one is set up, it's not like Hakuoki where you just kind of find your way to a given route. This one, specific routes, you have to play it in a given order because specific routes unlock after you have played others.
Interesting
and sometimes not great.
Yeah, sometimes unfortunate.
But other than that one route, it's been wonderful.
Well, that's good. I know I saw some CGs with lots of cats, which is always a bonus for me. So
Our current boy is an adorable soft glasses nerd who loves cats and is awkward as hell, and he's super cute, and he's voiced by Soji's voice actor.
Hey, nice. Awesome. Summer, I haven't talked to you since several hours ago. How are you? The internet hasn't talked to you since you were just on a stream. Chat hasn't talked to you in a couple weeks. How you been?
Yeah. Been doing good. Just had our season finale of Star Trek where I was gonna die, and I wish that I had.
Oh no.
No, I don't wish that I had. I just my character's a pacifist. She's not gonna ever attack somebody. She's never used her phaser even to stun. And she was confronted by two of her crew with their phaser set to kill. And she was in the turbo lift, so there's nothing she could do. And Greg was like, what do you do? Do you take any defensive position? I was like, no. Like, what am I going to do? We're in an elevator. And then Greg was like, oh my God, remember TBT to our very first episode when I was donated specifically. I'm the only person to receive this donation in the whole game, a instant teleportation out of any bad situation. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll use that. So I didn't die, but I wish I had, because I think it would have stressed Greg out as much as I was stressed out for the entirety of the episode. I think he genuinely would have been like, oh shit, the next arc fully depends on her being alive. We're literally following a ship that's like from my backstory. So it's like, he would have been like, oh, she's dead.
That's a dangerous position to put yourself in as a GM.
I know. Yeah. So I think he thought I was going to fight back. Wrong out. I was like, you read my backstory. What are you talking about? But yeah, just been streaming. Did Monster Hearts this past week for the first time, which was really fun.
Yes.
It was my first time fully emceeing Monster Hearts. We've played MC-less. Me and Katie and Dingo have an off-stream game that we've been playing, which is really fun. And then Dingo was my MC for 2 whole seasons of Monster Hearts. But this was my first time emceeing it, and it was really, really fun. It went well in my opinion. And yeah, I've had a couple of games start up. We had our new Lady Blackbird campaign start up too, which I haven't DM'd that or GM'd that since Brunchbird, Lady Brunchbird. So it's been a hot second. Did you forget about that game, Jess?
No, I've been thinking about it since we played it, and I'm sad it doesn't continue.
Well, we can still play it. We still can. I would gladly pick that game back up.
I think that one fell victim to the scheduling beast.
It did, and to me drinking too much champagne.
It was real good though.
Yeah, it was so much fun. But yeah, so I'm playing a much more sober version of that now, on every other Friday, which is really fun. But yeah, just been doing a lot of games, been playing some Minecraft, built my house, built my bridge, built my barn.
got my house, got my bridge, got my barn. What more do you need?
I need a tower, some more bridges probably, you know, a basement maybe. Couches.
You need a basement so I have somewhere to move into because I've effectively just taken
You're
over
living
your
in my
house.
attic.
Yeah. Yep. And I know
you
that
know,
wasn't...
with the context of Minecraft removed from this conversation, it is intensely creepier.
Yeah, you need a basement for me to move into, Summer.
He showed up at my house, he murdered me, and then he took my attic, and he's living there.
It's okay, you came back. You came back.
I did come back, but that's not the point. It still happened.
He still murdered you and is living in your attic like some ghost.
Murder is a little strong. It was an
I was
accident.
murdered on my own bridge.
It was an accidental. If anything,
what was the
it was
conversation we just
manslaughter.
had in From Dust, where if you pick up the weapon and you swing it, you got to be prepared to kill or get killed? Wasn't that it? Or something like that?
That was Fletch that said that.
Well,
Not
I'm
Dylan.
saying it now. I was already dying from hunger, and you literally killed me. I
did not know that, and you also hit me with an axe first, so if anyone should have accepted that they were going to die to violence...
I don't remember why, but I know that I did it for a very good reason.
It's because I was hiding in your kitchen.
There we go.
So, that sounds like a stand your ground law right there.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's like, what is
we don't have stand your ground on Grindercard.
No, okay. It's just every man for himself.
Yeah, but I was yelling, "You're gonna kill me! You're gonna kill me!" when you killed me. So, like, can you say that you didn't know?
Why are you killing each other?
I've never killed anybody, and I won't ever kill anybody.
I don't believe that.
Well, it's not gonna happen. Just watch.
Also, Dylan, weren't you super appalled when Lindy's like, "Hey, I'm gonna murder folks for their dresses in Fallout 4"?
Yes, and also it was an accident. I did not mean to kill Summer. I meant to get her to like low HP, and then
just ran up to my knife 16 times.
But I wasn't wearing pants or shoes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's really the mistake right there, is that you weren't wearing pants.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you're curious at all of what Summer and me playing Minecraft is like, it's that conversation we were just having constantly.
For hours.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I have to say about me and my life.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Lindy.
Hi.
How have you been?
I'm good. I'm not sorry either.
Fair?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing spiffy. I've got my sister in the other room. She's playing some video games, so she's set. I've got some food for Kiro, so I'm set. I got a fancy new lipstick color that I'm super excited about. I'm trying out tonight.
I was literally just about to say, you've got the bluest lipstick, and I'm dead. I love it. It's so good.
I could not buy it. I was buying something else, and I was like, if I get this too, I get free shipping. And so it just wound up in my shopping cart, and look, I got free shipping.
Wow.
But it's super awesome. This is just one coat. I might have to do a second coat.
Free shipping lipstick is always great.
That's actually incredible, though, for like a saturated lipstick for one coat. That's really great.
Right, and I've eaten like 6 of these since putting it on. So it stays pretty good so far, too.
That's great.
But yeah, I'm doing spiffy. I've been busy with games, and my in-laws are going to be here next weekend.
Fun.
So I've been unpacking and getting the guest room all hunky-dory ready, and there is a set of sheets that I cannot find, and it's been driving me batty. Oh
no.
my gosh. I know these sheets are somewhere. We packed them. We brought them. They're still in their packaging. So it's like, a box like this big. And I can't find them. So I'm probably have to buy some new sheets this week too. But
Check your attic. Dylan might be there too.
I don't have an attic in this house. He could live with Scruffy the cat underneath the house.
Okay.
Yeah, Scruffy's pretty chill. Upstairs neighbor takes care of Scruffy. Tesla does not like. But yeah. I've been busy unpacking my house and looking for a goddamn set of sheets. They must have turned invisible. That's the only explanation I have at this point, because I've looked in every box.
Were you maybe using an invisibility cloak as a sheet?
I didn't think I was.
Well, got some bad news for you.
I've been going slightly batty, like kind of twitchy over this set of sheets for the past week. But besides that, everything's been pretty good. I do. I'm gonna find them right after my in-laws leave. I just know it. That's just how it's gonna work.
Yeah. It's gonna be like one box that you missed somewhere and be like, oh, what's in here?
Right on the top. Yeah. Something like that. Probably. Or my mother-in-law will come in and be like, oh, look, a set of sheets. I don't know. It's a possibility.
It is.
So,
but
yeah, I just been lots of busy work. Packing, cleaning, responding to a bajillion messages.
Fun. Everyone's favorite. I will say, I feel like that's a thing that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to content creation specifically, is like, yeah, you look at this and it's like, oh, this looks like a lot of fun. And it is, right? Like sitting down and playing this game for 3 hours, it's a ton of fun. I love it. I assume y'all love it. Or else you would have yeeted yourself out ages ago.
I despise all of it, but I need the press.
I need the exposure.
Yeah, y'all need my following. Really, that's how that works. I'm the popular one here.
I hate this game so much I did the art for it.
Anyway, obviously we have fun here. But there's so much other shit that goes into getting to do the fun part of content
so much
creation.
Coordinating and scheduling, and that's been my life.
Yeah, and for every minute of tech shenanigans you end up catching when things go wrong on a stream, there's 10 minutes off stream. There's a bunch of other shit. So yeah, my condolences to you for the busy work. But I
it's
hope
all
that...
right. I'm trying to get ahead so I don't get behind while the in-laws are here. So
that's smart.
That's how it works.
I didn't do that. I didn't do any getting ahead for Big Bad Con this last week. That was last weekend, right? It's only been a week. Holy fuck! It feels like it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been so long since Big Bad Con. So I took a week off for Big Bad Con. I did not do any beforehand work to cover that time because I'm disorganized. But Big Bad Con itself, Big Bad Con was fun. I got to hang out with some cool people, play lots of awesome games. BFF is so good. Oh my god.
I've heard.
BFF is an amazing game. Yeah, we should play it sometime.
I've streamed it on the channel 5 or 6 times. On off the
really?
Table. Yeah.
Damn.
We had Taylor Dow who did the art on the channel to play it the first time we played it, and it was so much fucking fun.
Right. I remember when that stream happened and seeing the stuff around it and being like, oh, that looks cool. It doesn't really look like my cup of tea, he said falsely. And then I had an opportunity to play it with Ross Kalman, the designer of the game, at Big Bad Con. And holy shit, that game's so good. Game is amazing. And we're gonna have to play it at some point. I have some curious thoughts about like how you make some of the more physical elements of the game work in a digital space, but that's a thing that I shouldn't dive into super deep or we'll never get to play in the game. Big Bad Cat was pretty good. There were some moments that I mostly covered on Twitter. If you're curious about that, you can go check that out there. But my overall impression, as it was last year, was that Big Bad Cat is awesome. It's the best convention happening right now. And if you are into progressive spaces with games and lots of awesome games with awesome people, then you should absolutely be figuring out how to go next year. Also, because I want to see all your faces. I'm haranguing Summer into going, so. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, we had a lass on Tuesday. It was high drama all the time. I drowned a woman.
You
on
did.
Purpose to help her.
Intentionally.
Yeah, it's fine. She was a selkie.
She is a selkie. But she didn't want to go, but you made her go.
Yeah, and my character feels really bad about it. Yeah. So that happened. There were some like great. Dylan's done a lot of murder this week. Fuck.
Yeah,
wow. What? No one is on my side.
Dylan,
and you called me murder happy.
Do we need to talk?
I was helping her. She was drowning, trying to breathe the air, and so I pushed her under the water, having figured out that she wasn't human. I was just helping.
She was like, no, don't make me leave my husband. And Elizabeth was like, too bad. You gotta.
I mean, to be fair, I then also told the ocean to take me instead. So
that is true. You did try and sacrifice yourself to save her.
Yeah. So I don't feel too bad about that. Anyway, yeah. So this week, these 2 weeks have been a time, I guess. But now that time has passed. It is gone. It is behind us, and before us lies some Ryuutama. Do we wanna play?
Guess we should do that, huh? It's kind of why we're here, right?
As long as you acknowledge Ethan also bringing up how you murdered me in chat.
Ethan, I want to time you out so badly. So badly do I want to time you out right now. Okay.
That's abuse of power.
Dylan timed out somebody on my channel for making a sex joke, which, like, we never time out people for making gross jokes on the table.
We never time people out. Same on mine, to be fair, most of the time. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He dared me. He said, "I dare you." So.
Oh my god.
I can't see what he said because his said message has been deleted by a moderator.
No one can prove me wrong. Anyway, so previously on Travel, our heroes sailed in to Star Isle, Kiro's home, and they went up onto the beach, surprised at how quiet the town was. And they met Kiro's mother, who was very upset for several reasons. But they managed to sort of talk her down and get to the core of it, which was that she was worried about Kiro and Danjin. She hadn't heard from them in a very long time. They hadn't sent word or anything. They just sort of ran off. And so she was worried that maybe her children were dead, which, you know, fair, I think. They went back to Kiro's home and had some soup. I think at first Mule and Lamb had some soup because Kiro, what was it? What's the word I'm looking for? Spew is not the word. What's the when you spew lovingly about a person, gush. There we go. Gushed. Spew and gush are effectively
lovingly
the same verb if you think about it in like a physical sense.
The idea of spewing about somebody.
Yeah.
I do too.
That sounds real gross.
Which is a thing.
Nasty.
Which is a thing you would do if you're
Dylan,
like telling their
that's nasty.
secrets, right? You spew secrets.
No,
Anyway,
you spill secrets. You don't
No.
spew them.
Yeah.
you also
spill secrets.
You totally.
No.
Oh, you
But if
spew
you do it with
lies. That's a good
forcefully,
point. Lies
Summer,
are what you
might
spew.
spew them. If it's a gentle telling of a
That's
secret,
true.
it might be a spill. But if it's
I'm glad we're getting to the root of this linguistic.
I just don't ever want to hear
problem.
you say spew again. Thank you.
Note to self: say spew all the time. She was gushing about Finn and about how she learned everything from him, and you know how parents get when you say that anyone else had a formative role in your development. They get salty. And so Kira was denied soup for a short period of time. Then Uncle Finn showed up. They had a conversation. There was some tension there where Finn had some feelings about Kiro having gone and done the thing, where, like, mostly he was like, you're a cool kid, but also, like, you fucked up. And Lamb got really defensive for Kiro and was like, fuck you. You're awful. How dare you? And Finn was like, traditions, culture, history, this whole, like, seasons changing thing is, like, really bad for us, and we weren't asked if we were okay with it. And Lamb was like, excuse you, but your traditions and ideas are bad and wrong. So and Finn was kind of pushy about it, it's true. But he excused himself.
Kiro picked it up from somewhere.
Yeah. He excused himself to go catch some sharks, and when Kiro's mother returned with her grandmother in tow, the party was surprised to find out that the council of elders here at Star Isle wanted to speak with Kiro, specifically to decide what punishment she was due, whether it be some form of community service or, as a worst case scenario, being exiled from the village. So, that is where we left off, and that is where we continue in episode 23. What we stand for, the spirit of Star Isle. Dear Diary, I think it's easy to forget that every tradition exists for a reason. Sometimes those reasons are bad and selfish and mean, but sometimes they're important. I think about that as I sit on Lamb's shoulders, watching them talk to Kiro's grandmother. Lamb and Mule both seem tense at the mention of exile, but there's something different in the set of Kiro's shoulders. Kiro, how do you react to this? It's probably not like an ultimate surprise to you.
Yeah. I think she's kind of just words. I think she's kind of just a bit grim about it. She's not the talker at all. She kind of wishes Danjin was here to help out with this, because usually they get in trouble. They've gotten in trouble together. They get out of trouble together, and he's not here. She expected him to be here when she got back, and they would go through it together, and he's not here. So she's nervous, but she's kind of just quiet, which is not completely unlike Kiro, but it's more of a subdued quiet rather than a stoic quiet.
Mule, I think you catch or pick up on that. I imagine, Lamb, you're a bit distracted by the news. We'll get to your reaction in a moment. But Mule, noticing that that change in Kiro from your expectations and her usual demeanor, what do you think about that, and what do you do?
she had come in and we were still arrayed around the table, right? Or did we go to her?
No, she came in.
Yeah. I think Mule has kind of looked Kiro's way, not unsubtly, and it's just kind of that like, "Are you okay?" look without saying anything.
Kira, you catch that look.
Okay. She's not the most observant. But
I mean, she should be. She is a hunter.
she you think so?
Ouch.
You just admitted that our hunter is not observant on camera.
Well, apparently not. I thought she was when we started, but
Shit happens.
flip the desk. She'll kind of give like a kind of like a yeah, but like there's a shrug behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Lamb, you have just been told by Gran that there's a chance Kira will be sent away.
Mm-hmm.
How do you react?
Well, she was mad. She starts angry crying. Literally immediate like waterworks starts crying. And she gets up and leaves the room.
Lamb?
Just reach after Lamb. Jeez.
Oh,
Neil
she's
kind of
power walking.
Yeah, she cried
Neil kind of
power
She's
walking.
out of here.
Yeah, he stands up from his chair pretty quickly, but sort of hangs, not sure, because he doesn't want to leave Kiro
Should
alone.
I stay or should I go now?
But also,
I hate that
Lamb clearly
song.
needs attention.
Love that song.
So he's stuck a little bit, and so am I. So hold on. I guess he's gonna chase Lamb.
Okay.
But not without glancing first to Kiro and just being like, "Sorry."
Yeah, she's concerned about Lamb. She'll just give you like a nod, like help her.
I think we stay in the house as you follow Lamb Mule, and Gran turns to you, Kiro, and says, "Well, your friends seem more upset than you are."
Well, they just kind of found out about the whole thing in detail rather than generically. So they're kind of protective. A bit.
Good friends.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
You have anything you want to discuss now, when it's just me?
Yeah. When exactly do they want me to talk to the whole council? Like I've only been here for a half hour, so.
Well, I don't suspect that they know you're here yet, given that your mother had to come find me. However, well, they will want it to be soon. Beyond that, well, we have to get
Right.
John over from Johnstown. Make sure everybody is available. You know how troubling it can be to get him to the other side of the island.
Yeah, he's real stubborn.
So, I suspect you have tonight at the least.
All right. Where do you know where Danchin went? Did he tell you?
It got mentioned last night,
Yeah.
by your
went to
mother.
Darrow.
He went to go chase a boy.
Mhm.
And I think,
she was just wondering if maybe Gran had heard something more because he was always real close to Gran.
Gotcha.
That maybe there's something spiritually involved too.
I think, yeah, she repeats basically the same information.
Right, go figure. Okay. Yep. Cool. Why don't you sit down, Gran? She'll kind of pull out a chair.
She's already sitting.
Yeah. Okay. She'll just kind of like fluff a pillow.
Yeah.
Here.
Kiro, dear.
Yeah.
You know that I want nothing but the best for you.
Yeah, you're my grand. Things kind of just happened, though, and Danjin was very set on it. You know how he like flits about from thing to thing? He was dead set on this task.
He did seem changed when he came back.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened.
Well, there will be plenty of time for me to chastise you when you speak to the council, but if I were to give you a little bit of advice as your grandmother...
I'll take it. Yes, any and all grandmotherly / council membery advice.
If I were you, I would be looking to make as many reasons as possible for people to want you around.
People.
Remind them that you know this place, and it's your home, and that as much as it is a part of you, you are a part of it.
All right, I've got a day. I can do this.
Of course. Now, somebody told me there was soup around here.
Yeah, I'll get you a bowl.
And I think we can cut to Meal and Lamb. Lamb, did you go outside?
Uh-huh.
Where did you go?
I'm just gonna walk. You know, when you're just like, I don't know where I am, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just gonna follow this path until the path is ended, and then I'm just gonna keep going past that.
Okay. So you hit the edge of town, not really thinking about it. And Mule, you're having to like move pretty quickly to try and catch up to her.
Running, which isn't saying much given this is Mule.
And it's Lamb power walking, which is like double the speed of Mule running.
Yeah, he is extremely on the verge of passing out of breath by the time he catches up to her, probably.
Yeah, and I think you catch up. Oh yeah, I know where you go. You catch up out of town. By the coast. There's a large sort of black-brown volcanic rock promontory that reaches out over the ocean. Nearby, there are some... God, what are they called? Are they blowholes? The things where, like, the waves go in and then... Whoosh,
yeah, they're not called blowholes.
What are they fucking called?
That's what whales are.
Oh, yeah, whales have blowholes. I don't know what they're called in other nature.
They're called blowholes.
Oh.
Are they?
All right. Well.
Yep. I think.
I don't
Pretty
like
sure.
that. Can we call them something
Yeah,
else?
blowhole geology.
Oh my gosh, it is called a blowhole.
Or marine geyser.
Oh.
Marine
like that
geyser sounds
better.
cooler.
I like blowhole more. We're gonna stick with that.
I don't.
God damn it.
Press B to blow. Okay, so
No.
there's some,
All right, bye.
there are some marine geysers nearby, and tied to the promontory at various points are a handful of paper kites that are floating in the wind, attached by like a thin fishing wire. And Lamb, you get here and there's like no more forward to go.
Yeah.
And then you hear Mule trying to catch up behind you. Mule, I hate to do this to you, but could you roll me a journey check or a travel check?
Of course.
What's it called?
I
Absolutely.
hate to do this to you, he says. He loves to do
Bloop.
it to you.
Check that out.
So
Look at how good I am at moving in general.
I think, yeah, you've got some scrapes and some cuts from like the vines for one when you were going through the jungle, and then also just like trying to climb all of this volcanic rock. Like volcanic rock is not comfy stuff.
No. Ow.
It's coarse and
Ow.
it gets everywhere. And
You're officially done for tonight. Do you understand that?
I thought my water joke was bad.
Yeah, so Mule is having a rough time. But you hear him sort of scrambling and scraping up the rock behind you. What do you do?
Yep.
She's like trying to get a grip. Like she's like wiping at her face, like trying to not continue to cry, but she can't help it.
Lamb! Wait. And he definitely has to take like a minute.
Yeah. We get a good like 10 seconds of animation of him just catching his breath.
Yeah. Are you all right?
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
All right. So he won't ask her, but he does go up to her and arms around her and pulls her into a hug if she'll let him.
Yeah. Oh, that makes it way worse. The crying.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah,
The harder
but
she cries, the harder he grabs.
never-ending cycle. Just
they compress into a crying black hole.
Well, he can't hug that hard. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's
No. His strength has its limit.
Yeah, but I think
D4.
Yep.
like after a hot second, after a good few minutes of
Mhm.
crying, she like starts trying to take deep breaths to get a grip. I'm okay.
All right. And he'll just kind of loosen his grip a little bit and set her back at not quite arm's reach, still pretty close. Here. He digs in his pocket for a second and pulls out a cloth.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're more upset than Kiro seems to be.
Well, it's my fault.
What? No, it's not.
I was the one that asked Danjin to join my team. And, they were really worried about, that I wasn't going to be able to do it. And, he'd heard stories about us taking the amulet. And so he agreed to it and he kind of forced Kiro into it. And I don't want her to not have a family anymore.
You know he would have tried to find someone else if he didn't go with us, right?
I don't know. He might have gotten distracted.
That's fair. Doesn't matter. She did agree. We all did. If none of us really wanted to do it, there's no way you could have made us. It's not on you.
I feel like it is.
Yeah, well, maybe let Kiro decide that.
I want to help. I don't understand how that could even be an option. They're her family, right? Don't they want her?
Her family's her family, but the village is probably a little different. I can't speak for them, but rules are rules. Laws are in place for a reason. Traditions are traditions for a reason. Not always good ones, but that's not on us to judge.
If something was going to happen to Pappies, I would do anything to keep them. I don't care about rules.
Yeah, I noticed.
I mean, can't they make an exception though? I mean, they let Danjin go.
They might still. We don't know. Nothing's happened yet. She has to talk to the council. Granted, it's Kiro, so that worries me a little bit, but we could try to help, but I don't know if it'll make it worse or not.
I don't think I made a very good impression.
Well, Uncle Finn's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, I don't like him very much. Kiro made him sound really cool in all our stories. I thought he was gonna be really cool. He's kind of mean.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully the council is a little more level-headed and maybe not quite so stuck in their ways. We know the truth. If Kiro hadn't have been there, I don't know if we would have survived.
Yeah.
And anyway, they need to know what's going on, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know that even if they, decided that I don't know, even if they decided the worst thing, I mean, she'd still have us.
Yeah, she would.
It just doesn't feel fair because, you know,
Well, whatever happens, we just have to be there for her, right?
yeah, I wish that it didn't have to be like this. It doesn't make any sense. I thought, I mean, if it's her grandmother that's on the council,
Well, hopefully her grandmother is willing to listen to the whole story.
I thought families loved you no matter what. I thought that's what they were supposed to do.
I mean, it'd be nice if that were true.
Yeah.
I think we're at the top of an hour. I think that's a really good place for us to go to our first break. So, we are going to step away for about 10 minutes. Also, hello, Raiders. Welcome.
Hi.
You came in on a very not emotional episode. Welcome to our super sweet anime show here, playing Ryuutama.
All super happy.
Yep.
We just love cutting onions.
But it's good fun. We hope you'll stick around during the break, and after we're going to step away for just a little bit, refill on water, stretch our legs, all that fun stuff. And I heartily recommend that you do so as well. It's important to stay hydrated and limber, and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're going to step away for just a little bit, and when we return, we will see what Kiro does to keep herself welcome. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to episode 23 of Ryuutama Seyo, aka Travel. So I think we cut back to Kiro, inside, in the village, and you've gotten Gran some soup. She's chilling out. What do you do next? Once you're done palling around with Gran?
I'll peek in on Dad. He look real sick.
He's very asleep. Go ahead and roll Int Whiz.
Int whiz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold up. Let me get to my checks section. Okay. In spirit?
Yeah. Spirit, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Whiz is not a thing. Oof. You're not. He looks. Yup. Sick. He's got the flu. Probably.
I mean, Mom said he and a bunch of other fishermen were sick. So. Gonna be like, nod.
Ate the bad shark.
Back out. Oh no. And I'm gonna go find Lamb and Mule. Lamb ran out crying, and I am concerned.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to track him.
Oh no!
I think
All right.
I think I'm gonna take like a sun cape though, and just pop that sun hat on, and be like.
Okay, that's not gonna help you, but.
With my hot pink hair.
It will.
I know.
Oh, this is to hide.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, it's just to hide so no one realizes I'm back yet.
All right. I want you to do me 2 things then.
Okay.
I want you
I'm real good at tracking people.
I want you to track first.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
8?
8, not bad.
Mm-mm.
I think that's pretty good and one short of as good as a pro. So I think you'll be able to pick up on some of the trail here.
Yeah.
But then I would also like you to roll stealth.
Sure.
As you are trying to pass unnoticed. Wow, you are really good at stealth.
I'm so good at. You think with being this good at stealth, I'd be better at hunting?
You would think that, yeah. Unfortunately, all right. So yeah, I was right. You begin making your way toward the edge of town, and I think you do run into a couple people, and they're all like, "Oh, there's a person with a cape. Weird. All right." And don't really think much of it. They don't go, "Oh yeah, it's Kiro."
Hey, Kiro. Yeah.
I think you get some waves of like, I know that person, but I'm having some face blindness for a moment.
Yep.
But yeah. And you head to the edge of the city or of the village here. And the path is made quite evident by mules passing. It is wide.
Blood. Ooh.
And clear. Yeah. There is a little blood, and you're like, am I in trouble? What happened? Do the 2 of you head back, or do you stay out, by the sea?
That depends on if Lamb looks like she wants to go back.
Not really. Not particularly.
Yeah.
I think she wants to give it some space.
Yeah. Meal wouldn't push her to go back. I think they're probably just sort of taking in the scenery. He would have been, once she was okay, kind of, that would have caught his attention and would have pointed it out to her.
Yeah, I think the kites, if I remember correctly, and Lindy, feel free to correct me or add or change or whatever. I feel like the kites are like paper animal shapes mostly, like turtles and fish and that sort of stuff. And Kira, as you're following this path, you quickly realize where it's going, and breaking out of the tree line, you do see Lamb and Mule sitting on Kahuna's rock.
I'll come up to them. Lamb, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you were just crying a lot. I got concerned.
Yeah, when I get really angry, sometimes I cry.
Noted.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything will be fine. I would like to ask you two for help, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah. So, Gran had some good Gran advice, because she's like old and she's lived through stuff. And she said it'd probably be good to have the town remember why they liked me, which I think they liked me in the first place. So, kind of like be endearing before I go up to the council to be like, hey, look, Kiro, she's done good stuff for the town.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how like a lot of people are sick? Like you're like a doctor in training. You're like a nurse mule. You think you could maybe figure out what's going on? We could go like find a cure for it. I think it's the flu. I've heard of flu symptoms. We don't really get it here because it's tropical. It's probably why everyone's got it because we've never got it before.
I can take a look. Your father's sick, right?
Yeah.
Can I see him?
Yeah, he's sleeping. He
All
was
right.
like snoring and everything.
I can help maybe because I'm a certified teacher's assistant.
You are.
So I can do research or
Yeah.
You can
other
also
things that assistants
gather
do.
herbs if I need them.
I'm really good at that, as we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, could the two of you please roll herb gathering?
Yeah. Sure. Let's do it.
Can I help?
Oh my gosh, I got a 9.
Yeah.
I did
You
pretty good.
cannot help because it is a job
Okay.
check.
I thought, maybe be like, here's some native plants to the island. That's called a this. This is called a that.
That is a good point.
I am the alpha and the omega. I got the highest on my D4 and the lowest on the D12.
Alas. Ooh.
So
What
tragic.
the fuck?
Interesting. Okay.
Like,
You get a honeycomb from a type of jungle bee. Their nests can be over 2 meters tall, resembling anthives made of rock-hard mud and dirt. And this honeycomb is called king milk salve.
Okay.
For game terms, the duration of the next magic spell cast is doubled, but has no effect on instant duration spells. So
It's pretty dope.
I feel like Mule says you can help by gathering herbs, and she just pulls it out of her pocket. And she's like, I found this on the way up here.
What? Weren't you? That's good. That's impressive.
just punched a beehive on the way up.
Yeah.
Mule thinks back
Like,
to all of those
wasn't she-
angry bees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like,
thought he
oh.
was saying them a couple times.
Lamb's definitely the type that like grabs onto trees and like rips the leaves off as she's walking by.
Oh,
You know?
no.
He just like took some of this beehive.
Yeah.
Totally didn't notice the array of angry bees, but they sure noticed Mule when he came by about 5 minutes later. That'll be helpful. I think I know how you found it.
Sorry.
It's all right. I can make a salve for all of these later. He's definitely been stung a few times. Right. Well, let me get a look at your father so I can see what's going on.
Yeah. Danjin thought that was a pinata once, one of those big hives. I was able to get him out of the way mostly in time. I kind of did that whole, cover him. Then thankfully Uncle Finn came by because he heard both of us screaming. But,
Technically, he isn't wrong because there is goodies inside.
Beehives, they're nature's
Some angry pinata. Angry pinata.
It's a high risk pinata.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
High risk pinata.
High risk, high reward pinata.
That's right.
I mean, if you really like honey.
You heard it here first, folks. If you have a gambling problem, do we have the pinata for you? Pinata that fights back.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so we found out the hard way that I'm not allergic. So that's good.
That's good to know.
I thought that bees were the kind of thing where it stings you once and then you're immune.
Not jungle bees.
No.
I don't know what winterland bees are like, but jungle bees, nah.
There really aren't that many bees in the winterlands.
No.
It's mostly just grass, not a lot of flowers.
My dad.
Yes.
And she keeps walking.
My dad. All right, yeah, you can head back. You can head back into town. Kira, could you roll another stealth check for me, please?
I sure can.
Yeah.
How about a 14?
There you go. That's what I thought. Yeah, you managed to get back through
I
town.
got a 10 on both of these. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. yeah, you have. You get back through town without any incidents, and back to your home, where Mule you can check up on.
All right, I'm gonna.
I'll describe what he's normally like, so he can see the difference between.
Yeah, you need a
gonna wait
baseline.
outside.
Yeah.
I think Mule will let Kiro talk, but he's really more focused on actually examining her dad to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, by giving him a baseline, I'm attempting to help.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Lamb, are you waiting outside, like outside the room or outside the house?
Outside the house.
Okay. Mule, go ahead and roll you have a medicine thingy. I forget what it's called.
I mean, I have
Healing,
first aid, but that's
I think.
healing and
No,
first aid both
first
are
aid
things.
Is what I'm thinking of. Because first aid is the
They
status
are-
effect one.
Yeah, they are also literally the same dice, so
Yeah.
it's whatever.
It's just different effects.
Yeah.
Alright.
12.
All right. Yeah. So, and I believe you relieve the status effect for 1 hour, then reduce the effect's strength permanently by a number equal to your level, which is 10, I believe, right now.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah. So, please describe the care that you give to Kira's father that cures. Like
Whatever.
soon will fully cure this this bug that he's got.
I think after taking some time, like he would have had to take time to like even figure out what it is necessarily, but once
Probably not the
he
flu.
once he potentially sorted that out, he would have consulted his little notebook of things, probably found like a tincture or a tea recipe that he's got and whipped that up as several batches of that. Made some Theraflu, basically.
Can I add some flavor to that book of teas?
Yeah.
Can it be from the Summerlands and written by someone named Honoka?
Sure.
Honoka's extensive book of teas.
Yes.
The little thing is to stay hydrated.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, and I think one of the tinctures in there, he's probably got some notes of his own that he's scribbled all over in the margins and places. Yeah, he takes some of the herbs that he's got, potentially would have sent Lamb out for a specific thing if he needed it. Brewed it up and administered some of it.
All right.
And presumably Dad's feeling a little better, or will be soon.
Yeah, I think he's really groggy and like essentially unconscious when you're tending to him. So you do have some trouble actually getting him to drink. But once you do, I think there's some.
Maybe pinch his nose.
You maybe included like a some kind of pick me up in your herb cocktail there, and he perks up pretty quickly. He's still got like a stuffy nose and whatnot that he's trying to work through, but he's much more active and awake, and he like looks blearily around until he sees you and is sort of confused, and then sees Kiro, and then is very excited and like throws his arms wide and says, "Kiro!
Dead!
Come here, my little shark."
She'll give him a big hug.
Yeah, he gives you a big like back popping. I think you hear like Kira's entire spine pops.
I see you're feeling better, or stronger anyway.
Oh, Yeah. Thank you, I think.
Uh, yes, of course. You'll want to take more of that once a day in the morning. I'll leave it
Okay.
in your kitchen for you.
Thank you. Who are you?
Oh yeah, Dad. This is Mule. Mule. This is Dad. Dad.
Sir, he just kind of gives a little bow. I'm a friend of Kiro's.
Oh, just a friend?
Yes. And studying to be a doctor, if that's all right with you.
Oh. That's a good profession.
Nice to see somebody understands.
Yeah, I mean, people get sick sometimes. It's good to have someone. My mom always helped me when I was sick, but you know, she's busy now. Anyway, Kira, what are you doing home?
Figured I should visit.
Oh, I thought when Denjin came back without you, that you'd gotten married or something.
No, I would have said something about that. Or Danjin probably. Danjin would have said something like that if I'd gotten married.
Denjin was pretty busy, like, explaining why nothing was his fault. But also, like, you didn't say anything for, like, 3 months, so I just figured you gotten married to someone that me or your mom wouldn't have approved of. So that's why.
Nope. No, I'm still single.
He turns back to you, Miel, and says, "No offense."
None taken. No, we were
single and
traveling.
Yeah, traveling. And Danjin, I'm gonna kill him. Saved his life. I'm gonna kill him. Everything was at least half his fault. You know what? 60% his fault. This time, honestly.
He like gives you sort of a really look.
And I'm like, no, seriously, this is definitely like 60% Danjin's fault.
I don't know. You were supposed to bring him home, so
I did. He just 3 days ago he ran ahead.
In all fairness, this place was on our itinerary.
Yeah.
I can prove it.
He writes stuff down a lot.
You're really hanging out with this guy?
Yeah. Yes.
Isn't he kind of like a... There's an unspoken,
nerd?
Like, nerd. Yeah.
Mule just says it out loud.
It's kind of like,
oh. Yeah, he's got great hearing, though, so... That's good.
Yeah, no, he's good at magic and stuff, too, so... There's a third one. Her name's Lamb, but I think she's with her geep.
Wait, are you a geep herder now?
No, I'm not a geep herder. Her name's Lamb, but she's not an animal. I know, it threw me off too. I thought they were both animals when I heard about them. Lamb and Mule.
Do they just name you after animals where you're from?
No, actually. My name is not even anywhere close to Mule.
Mule.
Oh.
Oh, sounds the same to me.
I think I hear the difference. Yeah.
It's different. It means snow.
Oh.
I'm from the Winterlands, in case it wasn't painfully obvious. So's Lamb.
That Yep.
We met him in the City of Blossoms. I found Danjin, and he had met these two people, and then I met them. Now we're all friends.
Are you going to tell him the whole story?
And then Danjin didn't. Oh man, did Danjin not tell you the whole story, Dan?
No, I think he.
Do you need a bucket? I'm pretty sure the clam bucket's right there.
I think he talked to Mom about it, but
Oh.
he definitely talked to your mom about it. But you know us.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We've got
So.
an understanding.
Yeah. By blaming me. Thanks, Danjin. Kira is so unenthused right now. She's gonna be like, alright, so caught up with Danjin. Danjin had agreed to go on a quest adventure thing. He's like, Kira, let's do it. I found out that the quest adventure thing was taking the amulet from spring to summer. He wouldn't change his mind. I tried talking him out of it.
Oh, so you
So
did
I figured
that?
it was better to keep him safe and stay with him. And
She came along to keep him safe because he wouldn't be deterred
Does your mom
from
know?
going along with us.
Yeah, no, he told Mom.
Okay, good. Did she ground you?
Yeah, I gotta talk to the council tomorrow, probably.
Oh, that's kind of
That's a
That's-
big thing.
that's
Yeah.
a big deal. Yeah. Yep.
No, I don't think she's done any grounding. I'm pretty sure she thinks the council's gonna
Bless
need a
you.
tissue.
Thanks.
Kinda like,
Well, if you need any help,
yeah.
ask me or Finn also. He's had to do that a few times, so.
Yeah, I might ask him for advice, because he gets away with everything.
In any case, you're welcome.
Yeah, we should probably make a
Feel
big pot
better?
of that tea and give it to everybody
I've-
who's sick.
I've got one brewing in your kitchen. We can
Oh,
start
great.
doling it out.
That's
Awesome.
okay. He might be a nerd.
In
but
fact, Kira, why don't you take it around to everybody?
Yeah, that's a good idea, Mule.
it's good to keep busy. I mean, you
I'll
sit
just
around
keep-
too much, you might get in trouble again.
Yep. You take this
I'll
pot
just,
of tea.
spoon it up for you, and you can deliver it.
Meanwhile,
Thanks, Mule.
meanwhile,
Let me help you look
outside,
good.
Thank you.
outside the home, Lamb, are you just standing there? Are you pacing? What do we see?
I'm knelt down. I went to find my geep, my babies, my sweet
okay.
angels. And I'm just talking to them, as I do. Just kind of checking in, making sure that they're okay. Because I know that they're not happy with me after bringing them across the ocean. So I'm trying to make amends, mend those bridges.
No's still grumpy. Giddy
Yeah.
seems to be like okay,
Yeah.
but Giddy also didn't have his eyeball licked by Caesar for several hours. So
No, it just means that he likes it a lot. It's a good thing.
I think
It's probably very uncomfortable, but
yeah, no rolls away like to face away from you. I think that there's an implied it didn't feel like love that goes with it.
well, yeah, she like climbs over him and like gets back in his face, like back on the other side, and is you've got to forgive me at some point. You live with me.
He rolls back over.
She climbs back over again and gets back on
I
the
think
other
you
side.
just like hug him and roll with him.
Yeah. I could get you a special treat to eat. Something that you'd like, maybe some carrots, or maybe apple. Or I'm sure they have special island treats that we could get for you. I don't know if they have geep on this island, but if they do, we could. I'm sure they have some special oat or maybe a fruit.
He thrashes a bit, trying to like stand up, clearly energized by this suggestion. And I think as you're extricating yourself from your keep, the sound of footsteps on the sand behind you reach you, And you hear Mako say, "So, why are you even here?"
Oh, hi, Mako.
Hi.
Well, Kiro invited us to come visit for the summer for a little while. I don't know how long we'll be here, but
That's it.
and we're here on some official business too, but I can't really talk about that.
You don't really strike me as someone that can't talk about something.
Well, I definitely could tell you about it, and maybe you could even help us with it. So, but I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you. I'd have to ask Mule if this is a secret or not.
I think she steps like pretty close to you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's significantly taller than Lamb,
Yeah.
which is not hard to achieve, but she steps closer, and I think we see her like framed by the sun, so like her face is in shadow, and she doesn't turn her head down, she just like rotates her eyes down, so that she's looking down her nose at you. I'm sure you can tell me.
Well, how about you tell me something first?
Like what?
I don't know. Do you have any secrets, Mako?
No.
Like maybe somebody you have like deep feelings for that you don't want to talk about?
She turns away.
Do you like her?
Roll a negotiation check.
Okay. I'm really good at that, as we know. Here I go. I actually did pretty good. 13?
That is better than pretty good. That is, I think, also better than as good as a pro.
Mm.
That is 1 point higher than you're probably famous in your town.
I'm very persuasive.
Damn, you are.
Little Lambo.
She doesn't turn back to you, but she does stop walking. What do you mean?
I mean, like, you like her, right? You like spending time with her, right?
She's okay.
Well, you like her more than most people, right?
Most people suck.
And, like, maybe you guys want to kiss or something. Sometimes.
You see her fists clench. And I think you can see like some flushing like on the back of her neck. Whatever.
Like if you wanted to help us with my secret, which I don't know if I can tell you about it right now, but if you told me if you liked Kiro, then I could arrange for things so you could spend more time with us and you could help us with our secret. So you get to learn a secret about us and Kiro, and you get to spend time with her. Maybe smooch a little if you wanted to. I mean, like.
She turns around quickly and like grabs the front of your shirt. Stop trying to meddle.
I'm not trying to meddle. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to be with the person you love.
There aren't any opportunities there anymore.
What are you talking about? Of course there are.
That ship sailed.
No, it hasn't. It's right there.
She like looks over at the coral call.
Yeah.
Her interests are elsewhere.
No, they're not. Kira just likes kissing people, but it takes a lot for her to have actual feelings about people.
Look, kid, you've known her for what? 2 months?
Yeah.
I've known her for almost 2 decades now.
So what you're saying is she's not an open book?
Not really, no. Anyway, I would know if there was a chance and there's not. And I don't even care anyway.
Mako, if she didn't have feelings for you, she wouldn't have rowed so hard. Think about it.
She really likes winning.
She really likes you too. And she likes beating you because you're like her equal and her competition. And, you know, I'm just trying to help you, Mako, and I really think that you should. And I really think that you should come with us. We're going into a cave. That's
Way to
part of the
sell it.
secret. We're going into a dark cave where nobody can see your feelings.
You can't see feelings. Feelings are invisible.
But
They're
you, like,
stupid.
kind of wear them on your face. So, I mean, you make them visible.
She glares down at you. I think she's actually still holding onto the front of your shirt. She just, like, forgotten that she was doing that.
Yeah.
I don't wear anything on my face.
I can tell you don't like me just from the way you look at me, so I don't know about that.
Well, you should probably be used to that look by now. She lets go.
That was mean, Mako. I think that most people like me. I hope so.
Like I said, most people suck. What's your
Well-
secret?
Well, if you come to the cave with us, you'll find out, won't you? It's in the cave. I'm being serious. It really is in the cave.
She looks out at the boat in the ocean in the village. Could you roll me another negotiation check, please?
This one's not going to be good. It's a 4.
It's really not.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Okay, bye, Miko. Have a great day. I'll see you in the cave. Or before we go in the cave, you can meet us outside Kira's house. Do you know where she is? I'm sure you've been there. Probably met her parents.
Do you
I don't
ever
know,
get
whatever,
tired
for
of
a
your
nice
own
dinner.
voice?
Nope.
She just turns and walks away. And I think at about that time, you see Kiro leaving the house with a bunch of tea.
Big pot. Big pot of
Maybe
tea.
y'all have like. Do you have like a cart? You have like a cart with the
Yeah,
big
I
old
think
pot of tea.
yeah, Mule probably commandeered most of their dishes. Or
Yeah.
like and like a big pot of the
I'll
tea.
even contribute my helmet from my days in the service
Oh,
to the cause.
And when I say
uncool.
commandeered, he would have politely asked if he could use them.
Mhm.
Lamb waves when she sees you. Don't take your hands off the cart.
Kira's doing the cart pushing so that it doesn't
Okay.
get stuck in the sand.
And yeah, so you're going around and you're like going to people's homes and being like, "Hey, is somebody sick? Do you need tea?"
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll me a negotiation check, and Mule, you may help.
Sure.
I'm gonna concentrate on this. Yeah. Yeah. And
Jesus.
I'm gonna spend a fumble point.
No. You, baby, why would
You have all of my assistance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that a +1?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So this is
It
gonna
should be a
+3.
+1,000,000.
Pretty good.
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
People
fumble
are-
point concentration and help.
People are like a little reticent, I think. Your disguise no longer holds when you're directly talking to them.
Oh no,
Be
I
like,
think she
"Hey."
yeah takes a note. Yeah, she's like, yeah, hey.
And so people are wary and suspicious and like kind of,
I promise
Terse?
you'll feel better. My dad already
Um,
drank it. He feels better.
but they do accept, and it does help. It makes people better. Mule, I don't need you to roll again for first aid. You did well enough with the first aid check that I don't need more for that. And in a matter of maybe 2 hours, so we're hitting on toward around noonish. Pretty much the whole town has been tended to, and will
Yay.
be free of this sickness in the evening.
Thanks, Mule.
Happy to help. We should take this back and clean up.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work, I guess. Is that what they say?
I'll make sure to leave some dry leaves in your house. That way, if you need to, your mother can make some more.
Yeah. Cool. So wheel back everything to the house
we'll
and
wheel it
start
all back
doing
and-
dishes.
Start doing the dishes.
I think you're heading back, and Mule, you see Mako over sort of by the edge of town, like by the jungle, and she's standing there with her arms crossed, and she looks at you, and she just sort of points at you.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
Okay?
no, I didn't think you were the dish doing type anyway. It's fine.
No. Well,
We had servants for that, right? Like something like that? Like dish servant, do dishes. I don't know how it works. She'll just keep wheeling. If she sees Lamb, she's like, Lamb, you want to do some dishes with me?
will.
Sure.
Head over to where Mako is.
When you get close enough for her to talk to you without having to yell, she says, what's Lamb's deal anyway?
There's just a long pause where he just sort of blinks in complete confusion. Sorry. I think I'm missing some context.
And obviously you know her. The two of you are a thing, right?
Yes, but
What's her
that
deal?
doesn't...
What does she
In
want?
what way? Friends?
She's really bad.
She's
at
just
that.
a nice person.
No one's just a nice
I know.
person.
I know, it's weird, but she really is.
Then why was she asking all sorts of probing questions?
Because that's how she gets to know people. She's not very good at boundaries. But she doesn't mean any harm. She's just honest. Maybe a little too much so sometimes. Why? Did she talk to you?
Yeah. They're going to a cave.
How much did she tell you?
They're going to a cave.
Okay. Wait, is she trying to get you to come along?
Yes. And then she asked a bunch of really personal questions.
What about you and Kiro?
What would make you possibly think that?
I have eyes that work.
She steps 1 foot forward and like tilts her head back.
He stands his ground, arms crossed. It's not my business, but it's pretty obvious you two must have had something going on once.
It was a long time ago. I already talked about it enough with your girlfriend.
Okay. So she invited you to come along. Do you want to?
No, why would I?
Then you don't have to. He turns and starts to walk away. Slowly.
Yeah, she doesn't stop you. I think meanwhile inside cleaning things up, Kiro and Lamb have a moment alone together for the first time in a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it?
I have a confession.
Careful, it's my helmet.
Okay.
Really uncool.
I have to tell you something.
Okay. I'm listening.
I invited Mako to come with us.
Oh, okay.
I just thought, you guys have like a lot you could probably talk about, and
Not really.
She
I
seemed
mean-
like she really wanted to come,
Did
and
she
was basically
That sounds-
begging me if she could come along.
Really?
No,
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, maybe we should have given her some of the tea. But,
no, I just think that she has unresolved feelings for you, Kira. I don't know her very well, but I did hear her say that you were the best hunter. And
Yeah,
if
it's
I
'cause
know
it's
anything
true.
about Mako, that means she's in love with you.
Or she's just admitting defeat in a
That doesn't seem likely.
verbal sparring match.
Doesn't seem like probably the right answer, but it is your opinion.
Maybe. I don't know. We like had a thing a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Tell me more.
dated for a little bit.
And I'm guessing you guys smooched like all the time.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do you and Mule smooch all the time? You're dating?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, he's a little frosty. I think you
Well,
know.
and
He'll
I don't
warm
think.
up.
I also think that's not how he shows affection, and that's okay.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's more of a quality time kind of guy.
Yeah. And we could just go get herbs
'Cause
together,
he can
and I could do a really good
himself
job.
really busy when he, doesn't want to be with people. So if he wants to spend time with you, it's a sign he likes you. So
Yeah. Also, you guys went and gave all the medicine to the people?
Yep, they should be feeling better later.
Did you figure out what caused it?
I think it was the flu.
Are you sure?
I mean, that's what I got from looking at it. Mule might say differently, and he's the
Oh, well,
the nurse here. So.
your mom said it was all the fishermen, right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, they'll
That
hang out.
seems, Carol, that kind of seems like a curse.
Like a
little
curse?
bit.
You think they're cursed?
I think
like,
maybe
You think they caught some cursed fish?
It could be the fish, it could be the ocean, it could be the boats, it could be the wind,
Well, we were
It could
just
be
on the ocean. We'd
sails.
be cursed too. We're not
it
sick.
could be the wood, it could be, we're not fishermen. It could be the poles,
I'm a
it
fisherman.
could be, maybe they're wearing a specific uniform, I don't know.
They don't. No, we don't
you
wear.
wanna
We don't wear
see-
uniforms. No.
Maybe they all,
they all hang
eat a
out
certain cracker.
like a
I don't
cult.
know. I
It
don't
sounds
know
like
very,
a cult thing.
I don't know very much about fishermen, Kiro, but all I'm saying is
They're
that
like
seem
the geep
a
herders
little
of the sea.
bit like a curse.
Well,
Just like a little bit.
What
Maybe
have
something
all
to
your
think about?
okay. Question, Lamb. Have all your pappies been sick at one time?
They are in a perpetual state of being sick and ailing from certain things. And they often have symptoms that you can't find the root of the they'll have a bunch of symptoms that all go somewhere apparently, but you can't really find where that the origin is.
Okay.
They just have a lot of aches and pains, but they're also like 100 years old, so
Okay.
They have a lot of. I broke my leg when I was around your around your age, and now every time, it's just one of those days.
But other than that, no, not really. It's not like they've all gotten the flu at the same time, because then I also would have gotten the flu. And the only time I've ever been sick was the time that I fell asleep and almost died.
And you almost died. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
kept
my
you papoosed
constitution is
though,
really
so you
good.
stayed warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's it.
maybe they all got on the same boat. They do that sometimes. Like if there's a big heavy catch, they got all dragging the nets.
It's still
Could be a
I'm just
curse.
saying, it's
I didn't
worth
see any of the
considering.
little curse thingies when we were looking. Well, giving people tea.
But you also weren't out on the fisherman's boat.
It's true. Maybe we should check the boat curse
Maybe
amulets.
it was just a dose of a curse.
Maybe like a
Maybe
test
they-
curse.
Yeah, maybe there's like a cursed area that you can go into, like a bubble, like a big bubble. You can go into and you get a little bit of a curse on you.
Like, that sounds weird.
Well, yeah, it sounds weird, but curses are weird.
Yeah,
Who
I
knows?
don't know. We fixed every curse we found. Maybe, I don't know. If we
So
don't
here's
get
the
better with
issue.
tonight- Yeah.
Here's the issue. I don't have any magic right now because I don't have an amulet. I could see if I could maybe like draw it out of my like deep soul. Maybe
I wouldn't want you to go through all that effort, Lamb. I mean, that sounds like a lot of work.
I could think about it really hard and like get really tense maybe, or maybe I could try and get mad again.
I think we should find that cave. You know, maybe there's some like good kahuna
Yeah.
magic laying around you can, borrow.
Yeah, and maybe, maybe Kiro or maybe Mako will decide to come with us and then you guys
Yeah.
in the dark, because I thought caves are a perfect place to kiss because nobody can see you.
I mean, that's you're not wrong. But you gotta find whatever that thing is. We gotta find it. Maybe if we find it before we go talk to the council, maybe we'll find some other really interesting boring historical things that we can like this people dust I have.
You probably should put that in a safe spot.
It's in my pocket, it's fine.
But it's in a ball now. It's not really dust anymore. It's
Well,
kind
I mean,
of like a
it's because
moldy.
It's not
ball.
moldy. I've just
Well,
I
don't know. It
it's the
doesn't smell
lint.
good when you got it out.
it's because it's people
Good...
dust.
Well, that's
I
probably
think
not
people
the
dust
reason
sounded
why.
good. It didn't smell good to begin with, Lamb. I
If you tried
sniffed
to
it.
smell people dust, it would go up your nose, Kiro, and it
Oh
would.
God! Well, I did smell it before I put it in my pocket. So
Oh gosh, you have other people living inside you. Did you know that?
I mean, are they living though? The dust.
I don't know how people dust works.
I don't know either. I'm pretty sure they're not living though.
I think
Well.
as this conversation continues into the late afternoon, I imagine we can cut
Until we get all
to
the dishes
our-
done.
Yeah, we can cut to our second and final break of the evening. And when we return, we are going to see if our heroes can find the cave of Big Kahuna. See you soon. Hello, and welcome back to Ryuutama Seyo, aka Travel, our Ryuutama show here on Twitch. I think we can cut ahead to the mid-afternoon, probably sometime around 3 p.m., as you have finished cleaning up. You've sorted through all the herbs and gotten things where they need to go. Everything's organized and picked up after. Do y'all want to head into the... So you know where you're going, ish, right? You know that you need to find Kahuna's cave, but you don't know where that is.
Whenever Mule comes back from talking to Mako, Lamb's just gonna be like, "We think it's a curse, or I do at least."
Okay, back up. What's a curse?
Well, Kira said that you didn't actually, but you cured everyone, but she didn't say that you figured out where they actually got sick. And if it's all the fishermen, I figured that maybe they went into a curse bubble and they all got they got touched with a
A
curse.
little curse juice.
Maybe not juice, but yeah.
Is there only one spot that they fish from?
No.
Or is it all around the island?
It's all on the island.
It's got to be the fish then. That makes the most sense. But that means that everybody else could get sick.
Well, let's catch a fish and find out.
All right.
Okay. So you want to go catch a fish. Kira,
I'll
you have...
eat it, and if I get sick, we'll know.
Wait! Kiro,
Yeah.
drink this before you go. He spoons up like one more thing of the tea for her.
But how are we gonna know if it's...
You got to let her get the curse
It'll
first.
be fine. Just drink
and then
it.
all right, fine. She'll just down it.
All right. Kira, why don't you make a hunting check?
Okay,
See what you catch.
I will.
Catch us a fishy.
Can I go fishing? 8.
8! All right, okay, yeah.
Catch a fish.
You catch a pretty big fish. 2 days of rations, like two meals, I guess,
I
of
didn't even
fish.
spend any fumble points or concentrate.
You were so chill about that fish.
Yeah.
I don't know what edible fish exist in tropical waters, so sure.
It's a big fat fish.
It's a big fat fish.
Maybe it was an octopus.
No,
No, that would make me sad.
that would
But
make me very
octopuses
sad.
are edible.
But they're
Uh,
Really good.
They're so cute.
They're good
I'd be
for
like,
you.
let's eat this kitten. And it's
Yeah.
like you can't just eat octopi. Like,
Well, you can, and they do. Sorry to say.
Wow.
Anyway,
They
Jeez.
do.
Summer.
so we're gonna see if this
X.
thing is cursed, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Herring,
cursed fish.
halibut, grouper.
It's a mahi
cod.
mahi.
Curse-
Mahi mahi.
Sure.
Cursed
It's a
fish.
tuna.
Yum.
May I sense check this and do magical bullshit to see if it's cursed?
I'll lick it.
Yes.
Me too. Me too.
Do you? Sorry, you two, as in you also lick it, or
No,
You
no, no.
also
I want
wanna
to check and see if
sense.
it's cursed. I want to sense the curse.
okay?
yeah.
Both of
Let's see
you
if it tastes cursed.
sense checks, and Kiro, could you just roll me strength? Strength?
Sure.
roll to lick the fish.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna see if it tastes cursed. I know what this fish is normally supposed to taste like. So
You do.
Oh, you're way better at it than me. But I did great. I did as the best I could. Not the best I could, but did pretty good.
Mule is magical as fuck, so it's
Mhm.
It does not taste cursed. It doesn't taste. It tastes salty, like it
Yeah.
just came out of the
I don't
ocean.
think it's cursed. It's just fresh.
no, but you might get sick because it's raw.
Neither
No,
of
you
you
eat
two
raw fish all
think
the time.
that it's cursed either.
Just put
None of
over
you get a
little
weird
rice.
vibe from it. It's just a floppy,
It's
flapping
just because
little
it's looking
fish.
at you.
Stick it in my pocket.
Nope, I don't feel any curse.
Me neither.
Cool. Well, we've got dinner for later. At least two of us.
We should go find the cave, and then we can talk on the
Go
way to the
great
cave.
with the sharky.
And on the way back from the cave, we can talk about what we think, maybe why everybody got sick. Because the thing is, here's my concern, is that we'll leave, and then
And
they'll
everyone
all
will
go
get
out
sick
fishing
again.
and everybody will get sick again, and nobody knows how to make the syrups of our mule. So,
I've left behind an entire jar full of it.
but
They should
what
have
if they
some to last for a
continue
few
to go
months.
out and get sick and then come back? They can't do that forever.
I can leave the recipe.
Well, nobody would make it as good as you.
It's easy enough to do if you know how.
I'd try to.
Anyway,
Don't ask me to cook it.
It doesn't mean that it'd be fun to keep getting sick only to come home and have medicine.
well,
Maybe the
our
answer's in the
answers are in the
cave.
cave.
We should go in the cave.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is Big Kahuna related.
I
so-
invited Mako, but I don't think she's gonna come.
I
Oh,
know
I
you did.
invited-
She told me.
I invited
Cute.
Umihi. He'll probably show up.
Did you convince her to come?
Did I hear my name?
Hey.
It is I, Captain Umihi.
You don't need
Yeah.
to say captain. You're not a captain on the earth.
I am a captain everywhere I go.
I
Me
believe
too. I'm Captain Lamb.
That's
Captain
cute.
Keepherder.
It's cute because it's true.
Anyway, the cave.
I was in the army.
Me too.
What cave is this? Is this the adventure that you spoke of earlier, Kiro?
This is. We're looking for Big Kahuna's cave.
Ah, that does sound important.
It is.
I don't suppose in your esteemed travels you've come across anything like that before.
Well, there was this one time.
Could you
Don't
give us
worry,
the
I
abridged
was-
version of the story, please? We're in a little bit of a rush.
Just cut to the chase. What's the end part about the cave?
To the chase, you say? Well,
No,
it was
it-
2
I
weeks
hope there
in.
wa-
I was out of food and water and medicine, barely holding on, barely surviving, and I saw it. The largest fish I had ever
This
seen.
doesn't have to do with the cave.
This. It was. It was an enormous white fish under the ocean, under the night sky, illuminated by its own light. And as I followed it, it led me to a small island, an oasis in the sea. Now, I wish I could tell you that I caught that fish, but To this day.
It's never been
yes.
caught.
That's what I thought. I'd heard of that thing before.
What is Big Kahuna again? That thing from your story, your Christmas story?
Yeah.
Not Christmas, what's it called?
I believe it's the Winter Festival.
Winter.
Yeah, Winter Festival. Yeah.
Oh, Fuyu's Flight. That's right.
Fuyu's Flight.
Fuyu's Flight. I knew it had a Christmas name.
Yeah.
Wow, brain.
Fuyu's Flight. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The Night
your
of
story
Fuyu's
from
Flight. Yeah.
Fuyu's Flight where there's the big fish, Big Kahuna.
Big Kahuna.
Yeah,
Sacred.
that sounds cool.
Gonna catch him one day.
We gotta go to his cave where he lives, probably.
Yep,
And
Probably.
I don't think kill
Well,
him, but
let's
maybe
start
steal
looking
something
for a
from him.
cave.
What?
Yep.
Yep.
You said oasis. Is there... There's probably a bunch of oases and islands around here. Is there one on the island, perhaps?
I don't think the island is desert-y enough to...
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing's kind of oasis-y.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, all right, caves.
He means
If
like
we-
another island, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like it was a small island in the middle of the ocean that like had some fruit and some water on it.
Well, maybe we should go get on the boat.
I
If
think
it's
we
not
should...
gonna be here.
Well, I think we do have a lot of caves here. We're one of the only islands with caves in the area. But if we don't find it in any of the caves here, we go on the boat and we find it.
Also, don't you have an appointment to keep with the council?
I
Oh,
mean, yeah.
Do you think Mako's gonna come?
I don't know.
She
Caleb,
told
do you
me
think
no.
She's gonna come. Well, she told me no too, so that probably means no. But I just kind of got my hopes up that maybe
She'll probably be at the cave entrance when we get to it.
How would she find the cave before we would?
She'll follow us and then just try to get ahead.
Oh, that's
I know
smart.
the type.
The one-uppers.
Kiro's looking at Mule like, how do you know my secret?
What are you idiots talking about?
Oh,
Oh, there you are. I thought you weren't
Mako.
coming.
I really can't believe that you came. This is really exciting.
I figured if you were stuck with... She just looks at Umihi and he beams. That you just get lost and never
you forgot I
find it.
invited him, didn't you?
Mako, do you know about the caves here? We're looking Big Kahuna's cave.
Yeah, we gotta find Big Kuna's cave.
Forgot what his name was for a second, but I remembered it right away.
Looks at Kiro. It's your island, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, it's my island. There's some caves. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Isn't Big Kahuna a fish?
Okay.
Yeah,
Big Kahuna's a fish,
Yes.
but I'm thinking that it's a cave that has ocean access.
that's what I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, what about the rock?
What rock?
Under
Oh.
the rock we were standing on.
Which one? Oh, from earlier.
Yeah. And that is a pretty special place. We could check there.
Why is that a
Volcanoes
special
leave
place?
caves.
That's where we launched the kites and stuff.
I saw those. I just didn't know what they were for. I thought they were just like,
Oh, well, there's a lot of different kites. Some people put wishes on them, and then they get the tide rolls in, the strings kind of dissolve, and wish goes out.
and they
but-
come true.
I mean, sometimes, yeah.
I have a wish that I
that
need to make.
I mean, we can make you up one of those when we get back, Lamb. But everyone gets one. The whole village pitches in and makes one for them when they're born. In Danjon's case, we share one. Well, they made a big one, and then they're like, oh, twins, and so then they made two smaller ones from the same, and because share the same soul. And when
You guys share the same soul?
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Are
They're-
you soulmates? That's not right.
No.
They're
No.
twins. That's
It's a special
that's how
connection.
stories go.
You can be soulmates with somebody and it not be romantic.
We're not soulmates.
You're
She's like, I told them we're
soul
adopted.
pair. You're a soul
But
pair. You're
yeah,
like a pair of socks.
yeah, like that. Like a pair of socks. Sure, you people wear those.
So the cave.
Gotta, so your feet don't get cold.
Yeah, sure, yeah, cave, and but yeah, you get your kite, and when you die, they release it.
That's really nice. I don't have a kite, but if I did, then that would be cool.
We can make you a wish one, Lamb.
We should start looking. Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe checking around the rock is a good place to start.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's
Mako,
go.
I'm really glad you came.
I didn't.
Yes,
Nobody's
you did.
forcing you to come, Mako.
Shut up! And she's already walking.
I'm forcing you to come now that you're here.
I said shut up!
About what?
She just angrily fumes as she walks off. Oh, Lady Mako does seem quite testy. You know, she reminds me a lot of the sea in that way.
Yes, that's right. Big and blue.
And you can go ahead and head back to Kahuna's
Rock.
Rock, which was that that big volcanic rock promontory. Go ahead and I think there's a search check in there, which I assume is int dex.
There's a search for food.
Search
check.
for food.
Oh, is
Perception
there a
would probably be
Perception.
the search.
perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Here we go.
Woohoo!
Holy
13.
shit!
Well, I did it. 13.
Yeah. I think Mule, what do you do to search to be helpful in trying to find a cave?
I think this is probably why he doesn't do so well, because it's forcing him to look down at the water.
Oh, no. Oh,
He's trying to see if
baby.
like it's like flowing in and not coming back, like to see if it's continuing to flow inward instead of splashing against rock. To
So
see
you
if
just
maybe
see
there's a
Mule like on his belly, like looking over the edge, like an inch.
and there's definitely a few points at which he just has to stop looking and just shuts his eyes and is got a death grip on the rock and is not moving because he's afraid he will slip and die.
Don't worry, I'd dive in after you.
Thanks.
Me too.
I wouldn't.
That's
Thanks.
okay. He already have 2 people going in after him.
Yeah, we don't need 3.
We need you to
Right.
keep a lookout for us, so you can, because there's always that person when somebody goes overboard. You got to keep your eyes on them.
Spotter.
That's you.
Technically, whatever. Technically, you're not supposed to send anyone overboard. You should have a flotation device, else you will risk losing more crew to the sea. She is such a cruel mistress. This one time when I was sent overboard...
Maybe I should just jump.
No. No.
Kiro,
Anyway,
what do you do to search for a cave?
Kiro's been to this spot like a bajillion times,
Mm-hmm.
so I think she's trying to get like a fresh perspective on it. Like, like when like people like get on the rock and they like kind of like pull themselves down, like especially like kind of get in pull-up fashion, kind of look down underneath, like see under the lip to see if there's anything there. If that doesn't work, maybe kind of stick her head underwater, trying to look.
And Lamb, I think you maybe go down on the rocks toward like the marine geysers, as we're calling them. And you're walking around, and well, most of them are up on the rock. And the waves crash in, and there's this like sort of hollow rushing sound, and then water spews out of the ground and into the air, and you're continuing to look, and this happens once or twice more, and then you notice, like, looking down into them, oftentimes you can see some water sort of flowing back and forth as the water is pulled back out after the waves come in. But you find one, and it's just like, it's sending up spray, but then when it subsides, there's no water in there, and you don't hear splashing either. And I think that entices you. Do you let the others know, or do you go straight in yourself?
If I can climb in the hole, I'm going to climb in the hole.
Okay.
Just to see, just to take a little peek, see, to make sure that I'm not doing like false alarm.
All right,
Yeah.
so you climb in. It's the footing here is treacherous. It's very slick, and it's at a pretty tight angle, and you manage to go down. It's a fairly smooth tube, presumably formed by lava some time ago, and you can go, I think, maybe 10 feet in, and then I would like you to roll a hard exercise, dex strength. Ooh, not
good
great.
for me.
You
My
slip.
2 best stats.
You slip and you slide. You do not come to any harm, but the small opening of daylight that was above you disappears as you fall an indeterminate distance before landing, or I guess less landing, but like sliding into some area that feels big. It echoes. And meanwhile, on the surface, Lamb is gone.
Where did Lamb go?
Yeah, I think she's just like, oh.
I look to see if there's like a little lamb bobbing in the water.
Where is she?
I don't see her in the
Neil's
water.
panicking a little.
Yep.
She's
Like,
gonna
a lot,
go.
actually.
Is it pitch black in here?
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna feel back. She's gonna okay, so she came out of a hole. So she's sitting one way. So she's gonna literally flip around on her hands and knees and she's gonna crawl until she hits something. And she's gonna feel around for the hole.
Okay.
And then as soon as she finds it, she's gonna yell back through it.
Okay. Roll me a direction check.
Okay.
By the way, what's our terrain and weather here again?
Damn.
Look how good I did.
That's so good. I have the difficulty set at 6 right now.
So
But I guess I could be crueler and say that this is technically jungle.
Which is one of my preferred terrains.
Yeah, I'm asking more because of bonuses we have on shit we wear.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let me actually consult the rules for a second.
it doesn't matter. You all hear me.
Your
'cause I
weather
can't
is
find the
clear.
hole.
I don't think it's quite jungle. I think it's rocky terrain.
Oh,
Here, if
I've
you were
got rock
back,
shoes.
if
rock
you were back
shoes.
in the jungle, then it would
Hell
be
yeah.
jungle, obviously. But since you're here on the coast, I think it's rocky terrain.
Hello.
So you yell. Meanwhile,
climbing
up at the surface, when Mule says, "Where's Lamb?" We also hear. And then, as the storm tossed me about, I reached and grasped hold of the rope. But what we didn't know is that Peters had not been maintaining the ropes, and it was rotting away. So, what do you do? What do the two of you do?
I hope we weren't supposed to be listening to Umihi because Mule wasn't.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Can you roll a perception check, please?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kira's keeping her ears out for any gurgle or help or hello, you know.
Because there is
I
an
fell into a
ocean to
hole.
listen over.
Yeah.
Holy
I fell into a hole by the ocean, not in the ocean, but by it.
Kiro, you hear the ocean. Mule.
Super ears.
Mule could hear Lamb if she was screaming from halfway across the world, apparently.
Yes, you have trained yourself into. I mean, I think anyone who's had a crush, which is not everyone, but anyone who's had a crush has had this feeling or this sensation where you get hyper fixated on a person and you learn to recognize them really fast, and their voice. And I think that's maybe what happens here with Mule is like. Kiro hears the ocean. She's like, "Fuck yeah, ocean!" But also, like, she's listening for like, blah, 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 help.
Yeah, she's looking
Right?
listening for drowning.
And you just you hear that tone that you recognize as Lamb's voice, and you snap onto the direction of it.
She's over there?
Hope I fell into a hole.
How far away is this?
It's a good I don't know, 15 meters.
Okay. Did she like swim out or like how did she
No,
get
No,
It's
it's like
so-
down a little bit
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can
Oh,
walk on
okay.
the rocks.
I'm imagining
towards the
you're
ocean.
you're sort of up on a promontory,
And then it goes
or tory,
down.
and then down below there's like a
Oh,
little
it's
bit
down
of
like
rocky
a-
shore,
Yeah.
Got it.
which is where geysers are.
The spray comes. Yeah.
The sea sneezers, as Ethan called them.
Without thinking too hard about it, he's just gonna gun in that direction and
I'm gonna. And Mule doesn't shoot in a
slide,
direction.
tumble, whatever.
So I'll follow Mule, thinking he spotted something because he doesn't
I'm
move
in a
that fast
hole.
unless
I'm
Lamb's
definitely
involved.
in a cave. I can't see anything. It's black, black, black in here.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Do I hear this now?
Shall I get out of the way of the hole?
Yes, get out of the way of the hole. Hold on.
I
could you-
have rope. Just wait.
Yeah, I do too.
You're yelling directly into.
Yeah, face in the hole. That's why I'm concerned about.
So
them
your
hitting you in the
sound
face.
is directed up toward them. Their sound is not directed down toward you. So I would like you to roll perception
Okay.
to hear their call back.
Mule and I
Yeah.
are pulling out rope. Do you want to use your rope or my rope?
We might need both depending on how far down she is.
9.
All
A
right.
9.
Looks like she
I
found the
think-
cave though.
I think you hear them, but I don't think you can make out what
Understand
they're
what they're
saying.
saying.
So you know that like
They
they're
found
speaking
me,
sort of
essentially.
frantically and they're calling. So they probably heard you, but what they're saying is fuck you know.
She's just gonna get next to the hole and like kind of just put her arms out willy nilly to just like try, because she's worried the mule's gonna come down here and he's gonna get hurt. So she's gonna try and catch.
Okay.
She's to the side though, not in front of the hole. To the
I will
side with her
also
out as like a
light
basket
my
for them to fall into.
lantern.
Okay.
So is this like, can we see this thing she fell into?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna stop at the edge and start
Secure.
getting the rope
Yep,
out.
I'm gonna help you.
He'll
secure-
toss the
Repel
one
to
end to
me.
Kiro to help her
Yep.
so she can tie it off somewhere.
I will.
And
Umihi is going to
Go ahead.
step forward and say, I will go first and make sure that she's all right. And he doesn't wait for the rope to get tied. He just jumps in.
You idiot.
My arms are out, ready to
Okay.
catch Umi.
She's fine. He'll be there at the bottom too. It's fine.
Let me get a light.
Yep. I've got my lantern out and I've lit it. So that's
What do I
good.
need to roll
I'll
to
touch that
catch
to
him?
like to her belt on her hip.
Roll hard exercise, dex strength.
Sure.
13.
13.
Mule is just gonna like grab a rock
Mm-hmm.
or something and cast pure crystallite on it and
So we got pure
drop it down the hole.
What does that look like? I don't think we've seen him cast that, and if so, not in a long
He's
time.
done it. Yeah, he's done it a
It's
few
been a while.
times, usually on his little medallion. But
Mhm.
he just grabs it, gives it a little bit of a tap with his fingertips, and just says, "Shine, oh brilliant star!" And it just phoom,
Nice.
with a soft white light. And
I'm like,
Go ahead and roll your magic check.
uh-huh.
I'm ready to catch a captain with my basket arms.
All right. Yeah. So, Lamb, you hear the sound of somebody sliding on the stone, and then you hear the clattering of a rock following, and a person you can't see
backlit, shining radiant
like
light.
falls into your arms, and
got you.
the two of you like tumble a short
Yeah.
ways, and you continue to hear this rock clattering, and two sea weathered arms wrap themselves around you, and you hear the voice of Umi say, "Thank you for catching me. I must say I'm not used to being in this position." And then the rock clatters into the chamber, and I think rolls like right next to the two of your heads, and it's the classic like he's on top of you. And,
Why can't it hit him in
your
the back of the
faces are
head is
right
my
next to each
question.
other.
I just didn't want you to get hurt.
Your concern is touching.
You're welcome.
So the
too?
rope is for Kiro.
Okay.
Mule's just gonna fly
And
down
Mako.
because I have magic for that too.
Oh.
Yep. So
Alright.
Kira will secure the rope for her and Mako, and she's got her lantern attached to a belt on her hip, so she's got light as she goes down.
Yeah.
If
He does another tap of the crystal light on his medallion, and we hear him mutter some words because I don't have a chant for it yet. To cast Dragonfly, so he can just fly on down.
All right.
If Lamb hears somebody else coming down, she'll put out her arms again. She'll scramble out from under and put out her arms.
Spells are successful. So I don't think you hear somebody sliding down.
Oh.
Mule, you come into the cave.
And see this.
And see this, yes.
Yeah, I think in the little bit of light, and probably the wings themselves emit some light because they're sort of like icy crystalline dragonfly wings.
Hi, Mule.
And they're well lit. Like the crystal is, like the rock is right next to their faces.
I think if you want me to make an accuracy check with this, I will do it. But Mule and Ice, he's just gonna wing a chunk of ice at Umihi's head from the side to get him off of her.
Please roll an accuracy check for this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, is this like a snowball essentially?
This is essentially like a small block of ice. It's not
like an ice cube.
Hail.
It's an ice cube.
There's a clunk, and Umihi like rolls to the side.
And that is when Mule actually lights down on his own 2 feet.
He looks up toward the ceiling. Be careful. There must be loose stalactites in here.
I don't think so, Captain.
He's gonna walk on by and reach down to extend his hand to Lamb to help her up.
Yeah, she'll take it.
Without saying a word. And glaring at Umihi the whole fucking time.
I didn't mean to slide down into the cave. I just kind of started coming down because I thought.
Fine, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
And he looks her over to make sure she's actually okay.
Yeah,
she's fine. Just a little bit dirty.
Yeah.
But what's new?
Like, you see him sort of like, there's like a hair that might be out of place from normal, and he moves it back to where it usually is.
I think I found
the cave.
Maybe.
I think
it's big in here.
Climbing down the rope.
Intimate.
Mako and Kiro.
Close and alone. Is it star-crossed?
It is.
Who went down first? Who's got the view?
I believe it was Kira that went down first with the lantern.
She has the light, so
yeah, because she's got the light.
So,
make sure it's safe too.
Yeah,
don't worry, we're definitely not listening in on your conversation at the bottom of the hole.
Kira's very toned, Mako's very toned butt is not that far away from you, Kiro. You're welcome. And I think after a little bit, like once the entrance is out of view, and you're both lit by just the lantern, he says, "So what are you hoping to find down here?"
Something to help fight Oni.
Wait, what?
God, do I really have to repeat myself?
No, I heard what you said. I'm not deaf.
Okay.
But what you said was stupid.
Who do you think killed all the people in the Summerlands temple?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's why it's stupid.
They're gonna keep getting involved. So we gotta stop them.
You really are an idiot, aren't you?
No, I'm just, Ryujin asked us to. And, you don't really say no to that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I think you say no to a lot of things.
You do too.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Anyway, like, if you do this, you're probably gonna die. You know that, right?
Well, I don't know, I think I have a pretty good chance. I mean, last time I fought them, the big one, was a coward. He wouldn't even fight me 1v1. Rude. But, I mean, that, and if we don't do anything about it, who else is going to?
I don't know. Don't the lands have monarchs and armies and stuff for this sort of thing?
I don't think the army. They're too sneaky for an army to work. They just move. That they kind of made an army of echo goblins at one point. So
I think you noticed that she stopped climbing down.
oh. It's just
And what makes you think you're different?
well, much Smiland hates it. We did get the amulet where it needed to be and stop them from getting it.
Well, from what Mjol said the other night, it didn't go super easily.
Well, I mean, not everything's easy.
God damn it.
Just gonna have to train harder, better.
You're just gonna train
Faster.
into fighting magical monsters and winning. That's what you think?
I mean, it'll help.
I think she slides down a bit and like she rotates so she can kind of
Mhm.
like get on level
Yeah.
with you and face you,
Mm-hmm.
instead of being above you. They're not sharks, Kiro.
I'm not gonna punch him. I'm gonna stab him.
They're not people either.
Yeah, I know. I've fought them a couple times.
Why are
now.
you trying to be a hero?
Not trying to be a hero. I just feel responsible.
You're not.
Doesn't feel like it.
Well, whatever. I guess you're gonna do it no matter what. So, like,
Why don't you want me to do it? So you can do it?
I don't care. And she, like, has stopped making eye contact.
Mm-hmm. Just narrow my eyes a little bit, like, do you not? Then I'll...
Look, I just think it would be boring if you died. So many people out
Okay.
here just suck.
Yeah. Well,
There aren't any other good hunters. And if you die, then there's no competition. That's boring.
I guess I can't die then.
Yeah, well... Whatever. Keep climbing. Meanwhile, down in the cavern.
She'll just say don't slip as she starts to climb.
Down in the cavern, you can start getting a look around with these two stones. It's a fairly large cavern. It's not enormous, but it's like the size of a fairly large house, I think. There's a pool sort of in the center of it that ebbs and flows a little bit. And across the pool from you, you see a large, worn stone door. With
Oh,
Huh.
that looks like it.
She's like hitting him, even though he's right next to her.
What?
That looks like it. That looks like it. That looks like it.
I,
The door.
I can see it. I can see it. He just like grabs her hand. Stop.
How do we get in?
Hey.
Hey. Oh, door!
Oh, hi. I didn't even realize that the two of you were gone together alone for a long time.
Did you have a nice talk?
No.
We couldn't even hear you at all. How could we?
there's
Doesn't
water
even make
here I
sense
could
on-
easily drown you in.
No, I'm a
Anyway,
pretty good swimmer, as we've seen.
Look over there. We might have an entrance to maybe a cave.
Why is there a door down here? Like,
Well,
who
we're
put
already-
that there?
No, we're already in a cave, but there's a door in the cave. Not.
Yeah, that's. I've never seen a door in a cave before. I mean,
Well,
like,
first let's make sure it doesn't have any kind of protections or traps or something
like
on
a
it before we go
curse.
blundering in.
Can you check? I can help.
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
Ever since Mule got down here too, she's been like clinging.
Yeah, he will head up and give it the old magic test.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Can I roll a sense?
Perception or sense? Sense would
Can
be
I
more
roll?
magic.
Can I roll the opposite one?
I think because you're
perceive with my
checking for
mortal eyes.
magic. Because you're checking for magic, yeah, go ahead and roll sense, Mule.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lamb, you can roll perception.
Cool. Yay! 11
11. Hot damn.
and an 18, 19.
19. Jesus
gosh.
Christ. I think that's legendary.
What do I perceive with my mortal eyes?
1 point short of legendary. Yes, the door is magic.
Magic!
The door is very magic.
I see all the magic.
The door is some kind of ancient magic. It essentially what it's doing is it's keeping the door closed until a specific condition is met.
Would I
Lamb,
can I suss out what that condition might be, or is it just some condition?
we're about to get there.
Okay.
Lamb, looking at the door with your eyeballs and not your
Yeah.
heart, you see that there are inscriptions in the door, some of which appear to be text, many of which are illustrations and drawings, obviously worn by many years of age and weathering, but you can make out sort of illustration of people walking toward the sea, and then as they enter the sea, they turn into fish and arrive at an island and sprout into trees. And there's a bunch of writing that you just can't read.
Can't understand.
Yeah.
Is it magic, Mule?
Yes. There's some sort of spell that's keeping it locked until
Maybe
some
we
sort
have to
of
turn into trees.
No.
To the picture. Can you read this, Mule?
Let me see. I'll take a look.
Go ahead and roll knowledge, or not knowledge of tradition, the scholar.
The nerd
The
one?
Nerd one.
Yeah.
Refined education?
Give me
There we
that
go.
nerd check.
Refined education. Make a nerd check.
Make a nerd
Make
check.
a nerd check.
Yeah, you can read it.
My nerd senses say I can read it.
It says, sealed now by Big Kahuna. This door will remain closed.
Like a can of tuna? Please tell me it
No.
rhymes.
No, this door will remain closed until all four kingdoms stand beside it in harmony.
He reads that aloud as he's translating it, essentially.
Dump. That sucks.
Until all four kingdoms stand beside it in harmony.
Well, I mean, I'm
He's-
Summer. You're a winner.
That's it.
That's all I got.
We don't have anyone
Well-
from Spring or...
Technically, I mean, I spent all my life here, but I
You're from
was,
Springlands?
Or
yes.
the Autumn Lands?
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Umi, you would look so good in pink.
Well, I like to think I look rather fetching in any color, or none,
Well, I'm
depending.
just saying, you'd look good.
So
you'd
you
look
said
really
you're
good.
from the Springlands originally.
Indeed, I am.
That just means we're missing someone from the Autumnlands.
Mm-hmm.
Kiro, do you know anybody who lives here that's from the Autumnlands?
No. Everyone who lives
Kira's
here
like,
has lived,
"What?"
like their entire
No.
family has lived here for generations.
Lamb doesn't know that.
Yeah, she just kind of looks and is like, no, everyone's
Mako.
been here for forever.
Mako, are you also a secret otherlander?
No.
Meal's gonna head up and very, very carefully touch the door.
That's a big bummer.
Where your hand touches the door, blue light spreads
Oh,
across some of the
I want to
inscription.
touch it. I'm like,
It
Where your
All
hand
right,
touches,
hero.
red light spreads out.
ooh, you
Umi.
make purple.
Umihi walks up and, well, I don't know that I've ever done
Green,
something
green,
like this
green,
before,
green,
but
green,
I am
green,
always
green,
open to a new
green,
adventure.
put your hand on the door, please.
I
really
just
hope it's
grab his
pink.
hand and stick it on the door next to mine.
And green spreads.
I'm
What
kind
is
of
it?
sad it wasn't pink. I was chanting green, but I really wanted it to be pink.
Hey, Lamb,
At least none of them were yellow, right, Lamb? Or orange.
put your hand on the door.
Okay.
Just-
There's a orange glow that spreads from Lamb's hand, and then a rumbling. The door goes dark,
Lamb.
then silence, and then the door begins to slide open, loudly grating against the floor.
Lamb! You're an autumn lander!
No, I don't think so.
Up at the
I
door.
think
Maybe it's just because we're 4 people?
No, magic doesn't lie like that.
well, I was found in the Winterland, but I don't actually know where my parents are from.
Apparently it's autumn!
I think you
Which
do
is-
now.
The next season. So.
He will take her hand that was on the door and hold it. Anyway, it's just a wild guess that turned out to be right. So, shall we go inside?
Convenient.
Sure.
Yep.
Walking inside, it's a perfectly circular chamber, whereas like outside it was all weathered. In here it's fairly pristine.
Kira's gonna shoot a glance over to Mule like, and then like to Umi, he like, God, we brought the Springlander, right?
Mule definitely rolls his eyes and is like, "Mhm."
As you step into the room, there's a sound like a large drum getting hit.
Somebody's in here and they're drumming.
Or it's a ghost.
Mm.
No. Yes, we've met a ghost before.
Yeah, but
An array of pure red flames light around the perimeter of the room.
Kahuna?
Big
Are
Kahuna.
you in here? Is this your house?
There's another drum beat.
That seems like
Is it once for yes, twice for no?
It's
Just-
definitely not no.
Listen,
Who calls upon the heritage of the Star Isle?
travelers
Yeah, and a local.
sent by Sanson, the Ryuutama.
You hear this voice near you now, Mule. Do you speak for them? And then a voice
Yeah.
over by Lamb. Do you?
Well, I've been known to, but I don't think so right now.
A figure appears before you, Kiro. A tall, olive-skinned man, tattooed,
I don't look at
with a
that.
shock of short blue hair. Or was it you?
Now, when you say speak for them, do you mean like this group or Star Isle?
You came here for a reason?
Mm-hmm. tone, Carol.
Yeah, Sanson the Ryujin sent us here to get an artifact to help fight.
World.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Oni save the world and stuff because the amulet's going all wonky. People want to steal it. It's not great.
So you came
So we
here
gotta-
looking for strength?
Not directly, exactly, but
Not in particular.
do need help to be able to defeat them or stop them.
If you have strength to offer, we'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you Kona?
Kuna's a fish.
Kahuna.
I don't
Um,
think so.
This is Kona's
Y'all-
cave, and
you
this is
have
the only
a-
person here.
You have a
Maybe he's
linguist nerd
Kuna's
moment.
butler.
Thinking about like language shifts and regional dialects. The language has become much more standardized in the last several hundred years than it used to be. It used to be a lot more regional. And thinking back, you're pretty sure an early form of like a Summerland dialect, the word for that you now use for big and the sound huna when combined meant general.
Wait, General.
General Kai, yes. That's
Oh,
Oh,
I salute immediately.
what I used to be
For
called.
burning on my bad days in the army. General,
what? Well, legendary hero. That's something.
have I heard of a General Kai? Or is it just
you
nerd?
you just heard of Sanson just told y'all the story that we went through in Legends of Melodia.
Okay. Like,
So yeah,
Yeah.
wait, like that General Kai?
I don't know. There might
The
be more.
first one to ever go out a window instead of a door.
Hey, that's a Summerland
Oh.
tradition.
Apparently, it is now.
I
Why would
see
you
you're
use
familiar.
door when you could just use the window?
Why
Thank
are
you.
you in a cave?
It's just faster.
It is.
Also
ex-
dangerous, but you
Eh.
seem capable enough. Anyway,
was.
yes, we were sent here to retrieve an item, an
Mm,
artifact.
mhm.
That
Like
your
might
a
be of use.
sword or some boots or.
I don't know. Sanson said it'd be something.
I'm
He's
trying
a
to remember the
red
story that Sansa
Ryujin.
told us and what General Kai had. A
He had
story
a
that made me
really
go get
cool
it.
pole arm, and she's just gonna, cause she being the weapons nerd,
Is it a
gonna, like,
dog?
describe it in detail. It could be a dog. I
Is it
mean,
a dog?
I hope not.
No, she
Oh.
she passed away before I did.
Oh, sorry about your dog.
So you are a ghost, or a zombie?
I am.
Of course. What? That was hundreds of years ago.
And I don't know. Maybe the Fountain of Youth's down here.
I'm really sorry that you're in a
Oh.
cave in the afterlife. It's dark in here.
I'm usually not here, if I'm being
Oh.
honest, but
Just kidding. I don't feel
Okay.
bad anymore.
Sorry for waking you up.
I mean, I did make this place for a reason. It's,
So is it a sword?
He doesn't look like the type to wield a sword.
No.
is
Is
your
it a
name
hammer?
Kiro?
How did you know? It's your ghosty powers.
You could say something like that.
Yeah, Kiro.
I've been keeping an eye on things here.
Uh-oh.
Sort of the whole spirit job.
Mhm. Wait, were you from Star Isle?
I founded Star Isle. Yes.
Oh, that's a fun tie-in. That we
Before the
didn't-
war started, I took my family and we came here.
Nice place.
I like to think so.
I have a question.
She has a question.
I can wait if it's not. I can wait as long as it takes.
Lamb, just
Go ahead.
talk.
Is there a curse in the water that's cursing the fishermen? Can you sense that with your ghost power? Is that a spirit power thing that you can sense?
That's not really
Can you do it though? Maybe it's not your job, but like maybe you
Sure.
can just.
Yeah. One
Okay.
second. And he closes his eyes and like furrows his brow. Says, "No, not that I can sense with
Are
my
the fish sick?
ghostly
Didn't taste
powers."
cursed.
Are the fish sick? Are the water sick? I mean, is it
The fish
Are the water sick?
the fish were tainted recently.
with what?
A lot of people got
By-
sick.
With what?
Yeah.
With a curse?
Or with a poison.
Bad water.
So
the
the
water
water was
sick.
tainted. The
Bad
water,
water.
It happens sometimes. Especially when summer comes late and throws things out of balance.
Well, that's tragic. That happens sometimes.
Everyone
Yeah.
just goes,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh well, it's real
How
shame. Yeah,
unfortunate
unfortunate.
that happened.
Tragic.
When you
Really.
go something like, could you even know like if the summer came? Maybe it didn't. You were just misunderstanding the water.
Lamb.
I mean, it's been coming earlier every year.
He puts his hands on your shoulders, Kiro. And you can like you can't quite feel them, like you can sense that they're there, but it's
Yeah.
different. Kiro of Star Isle. What do you want?
Well, just kind of look to Lamb and Mule, like. She kind of has a moment. She's like, "What do I want?" Well, I mean,
honest.
I want. I know you're just a ghost. You probably can't do anything about it, but I'd like if people on the island could understand the gravity of the situation that's happening right now. Kind of important.
There was a time I'd agree with you. There was a time when I thought my duty was to my people and my country. And then, a time when I thought it was to the people that I loved. But what I learned when I came here, what I was taught, is that we have a duty to ourselves as well. We're not alone. Our communities, our friendships, these are things that we share with each other. It's that sharing that we owe ourselves to. I wish there was more that I could share with you. And you see like a faint, like, ghostly tear.
Oh, not a ghost here.
But I have given you just about everything that I can. Already. He steps back and holds out his hand, like palm down, and sort of nods towards you to like put your hand underneath his.
I tentatively reach out for the ghost powers.
There's a glowing light that illuminates the whole room in red, and it slowly swirls and concentrates down into a long shape hovering between your two hands, and there's a sort of like bell ringing, like a small tinkling chime sound, and a whisper, and a heavy wooden object falls into your hand, and Kai is gone. But in your hands is an oar. On one end, it is ringed with sharp shark teeth. But it's warm to the touch.
Kira's gonna stand there for a sec, and then slowly turn around.
Is that
Good
an
job.
oar?
It's the ghost.
Oh. It's got teeth in the head of it. What's
This
that
is-
called?
Did you not listen to the story, Mule? This is the one.
He fought with that?
Yeah.
I
With
was
an
gonna,
oar?
I had a really important question, but he left before I could ask it.
What was your really important question? Maybe we can have a seance.
Well, who he ended up with, duh.
That is a really important question.
The world will never know.
Oh, maybe it's. I don't know.
I guess that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down for a second. Karo's gonna
Yeah.
have a moment.
I'm from the Autumn Lands.
Right? Can we all just take a moment here? What does the inside of this cave look like besides the
Yeah.
red flame and the
I think it's just a more detailed, like, mural version of what was on the
Okay.
the door.
That's
It
cool.
talks about basically it talks about Kai leading people and using the oar to sail off into the ocean to find them a home safe from the coming war.
Mule is taking all of the notes and scrapings and sundry
Mhm.
while he's
Just-
here.
Charcoal
Yep.
rubbings. Charcoal rubbings.
Mule, Mule,
Huh?
do you think that this means that your family won't like me even more than they already wouldn't like me because I'm poor?
What? No.
Mule,
I
I feel like they wouldn't like that.
it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care. It's not for them to decide.
Okay,
Can you hold that paper for me for a second?
yeah.
She holds it at perfectly face level.
Kiro,
Yeah.
you're spending some time with this oar. I'm just going to tell you what it does.
Okay.
At any point that you would be able to concentrate, you may instead spend half of your HPs, your current HPs, and in so doing, you may reduce the damage that one of your allies would take to 0.
Cool. It's like a protector.
Very
Protector
protective.
core.
And
Protect.
as you're, I'll go over the nitty gritty, like
Yeah,
plus
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
etc. Later. But as you're sitting there with this oar, who walks up to you?
Probably Mako. I don't see
Yeah.
Umihi. I think Umihi's probably just like, fuck, we just had a ghost.
He's adding this to his
Yeah.
list of stories. Are you
Yeah, he's like
Yeah, he's like-
reciting over in his head.
himself.
He
Yeah.
absolutely is.
How he's gonna
Um,
tell this later. When I saw
Yeah,
the
exactly.
general kind.
Yeah.
I think
cave
Mako comes to stand next to you and then just like kicks you.
Mako
in
might
the-
have a vague history knowledge of some
Mhm.
stuff, so
Yeah, I mean, she knows
Cool.
Big Kahuna, right?
Mhm.
Like at the very
Yeah.
least. She kicks your leg.
kind of like half nudge kick it back.
You okay?
Yeah, just a little that was you saw the ghost too, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the first ghost I've seen. It's the first one that just didn't try to kill us.
Was he like your great grandparent?
I think so. Founded the island. Just kind of look at like the murals. I mean, yeah. He looked way younger than Gran, though. I guess it's because he's a ghost.
Yeah,
That was
probably.
kind of weird. You don't really meet your ghosty great grandparent every day, and they
Ever-
use their ghost powers to manifest their super awesome weapon in your hands.
You're going to leave, aren't you?
I mean,
That's what this means.
not right
You're gonna
away.
you're gonna go fight Oni and maybe die.
Well, I can't let other people die.
Why not?
Because they're people too? I don't know. It just feels
Yeah, but-
bad.
Whatever. I don't care about people.
Yeah, no.
Someone has to die. Why does it have to be you?
Well,
It's just what I don't get.
I'm not. It's not like I'm signing a death certificate here.
You pretty much are.
Look. Who's the best hunter around here?
I am. Don't be stupid.
Uh-huh. That's not what you said on the boat.
Whatever. You don't have proof.
Hold up this war. Someone's gonna hunt those Oni. They've got to be good at it.
I guess I just.
I'll come back.
Do you promise?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
If I didn't, I mean, like, a whole lot of people would be upset. Like, at least Uncle Finn and Danjin.
Yeah, they probably would. They're babies.
Yeah, especially Danjin.
But if if I if you don't come back, then I won't be able to prove that I'm better at hunting. So you should. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like that you are.
I mean, I am, and I'll prove it. You challenging me?
Yeah, when I come back, we're gonna have a hunt off.
I think she just like looks down at you, and she has that like severe like Mako glare.
Uh-huh.
I will end you.
Psh, your dreams.
She blushes a little. Whatever, we should go.
Yep. Yeah, I'm better now. You good? You need to keep rubbing the wall, Neil? Or do you need more time?
What? No, I'm finished. Are you two done
Yeah.
I haven't
already
even
been
been
talking.
romantic?
I haven't even been listening or anything. I've been minding my own business. So, saying.
I think Mjol literally repeats like the last 5 lines of their conversation as if he's reading it out of his notebook.
Mako punches Umihi in the chest, knocking the wind out of him, and says, "Doofus, come on, we're going." Right.
You know, like, Kiro, I know that you and like Umihi and you and Mako have like a thing going on a little bit, but them as a couple would be really cute too.
I kind of think they would. He really needs somebody.
He needs somebody to beat
She'll
the
lean in
crap
real
out of
close.
him.
She'll lean in real close. I found these letters.
What letters?
I'll tell you more later when he's not here.
What are we talking about, ladies?
We're talking about this ore.
This ore is so cool.
Oh no, look at the shark teeth. This is from a great white. This is from
Not too
Hammerhead.
close.
And this one's from, yeah.
He launches into a whole thing about ores and like the tradition of battle ores, but also like this ore could totally be used to. It's
Uh-huh.
yep.
Yeah.
It's
We're just like,
Umihi.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Mjol starts backtracking the way out they came.
Yeah.
We have a rope that came down, so now we can climb out.
And I think we see the
Yeah.
5 of you climbing up the rope, but we see Kuroi standing in the chamber, illuminated by the glowing rock that Mule tossed down, with her diary out. She like writes and then does a swoosh and closes the diary. Well, good luck. I hope you don't need it. And that's where we're going to end for the night. We will have a post-credits scene, so don't go running yet. But before that, let's get to those credits. Let's do some shout-outs, say who we are, where people can find us, starting with the woman struggling with a cat. Jess.
You can find me struggling with a cat most times on the internet, because Percy is always here. You can find me yelling about things on Twitter at Little Cup of Joe, and I usually retweet all the shit that I'm in, which isn't much right now other than this and some of my own things. You can find me in like a couple hours, an hour and a half, give or take, over on my Twitch channel. I think we're doing 7 Scarlet. I need to see what everybody wants to do. We will stream an Otome game. I don't know what. But if you are still in the mood for smooches and squishy love garbage, that way, and we'll do that. That's it.
Alrighty. Our sweetest girl who made me feel very sad and bad in our first hour, Summer.
Hi. Yeah, I am Summer. You can find me at just Twitter. That's where I tweet and retweet everything that I have got going on, comboed with a bunch of trash. So if you're not ready for trash, just go ahead and save yourself the trouble of like following then unfollowing.
Just follow off_the_table.
Yeah, if you want to see the not trash version of my account, you can follow off_the_table, which is our official Twitch Twitter account. Off_the_table is where we stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Got a bunch of different games going on, so check us out. But yeah, I'm here every other Saturday and every day.
Yeah, and also you have 2 dope podcasts.
I have so many dope podcasts.
Well, you have 1 dope podcast and then some others that are okay.
And then some like others that like don't matter as much. Yeah. But yeah, I have 2 Urban Shadows podcasts. One is called Eastido Beat, which Dylan is on and plays a very testy angel. That's a nice way to describe her.
That is.
And also Cape Lorelei, which is the other Urban Shadows podcast. Both great. And then if you want an extra bonus podcast, follow our Patreon, because me and Katie put out a podcast and it is just 100% unadulterated garbage. That's what it is.
Awesome. Last but certainly not least, the hero of the hour, Kiro, aka Lindy.
Kiro the hero.
From Kiro to hero.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm Lindy. You can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I play a lot of tabletop role-playing games, both DMing and as a player. You can find me on Encounter Roleplay on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find me on my channel, where we have a weekly game Mondays in Exandria, and on Tuesdays, Mists of Ravenloft, which is super spooky and super fun. Also, you can find me this week, this Friday, on the D&D channel for Tales from the Mists on Friday, which is super fun, also kind of spooky, and it's my last night guesting this week, so you should check it out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I have secrets to unveil, and I'm ready.
Ooh.
They're gonna be so good.
Fantastic. I am Dylan, aka Anarisis, often mispronounced as Anarisis, which is fine. It doesn't bother me every time. But I'm Anarisis. You can find me at Anarisis on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, and itch.io. You can also find me, and so I promised on Twitter this morning that I was going to give you the silliest, most ridiculous shill. You can also find me on Design by Humans at Anarisis. If you go to designbyhumans.com/shop/Anarisis, you can find my store, which is full of original designs for stickers, posters, t-shirts, all sorts of stuff. But because Summer and I are the weirdest friends, I made a thing last night. We were having a conversation that went really well, and we decided that it was a work of art, and that it should be a sticker that you can buy and put on things. So if you go to designbyhumans.com/shop/NRSS right now, you can buy the Late Night Friendship sticker, which is a transcription of part of Summer and my Discord conversation from last night, which honestly is just, it's such a mood. You have to see it. But also, I will mention that you can get your own. This is a family show mug with better kerning than is visible on the one that I have, and a bunch of other stuff. I believe you can get a travel logo sticker as well, and all of that is available for you to purchase and own. I do a lot of digital stuff, obviously, like this stream, but Design by Humans is really the place to go if you want a physical thing. What is the website? That is designbyhumans.com/shop/NRSS. And I believe it's linked below, both on Twitch and on YouTube. And yeah, the sticker is linked in chat there. And yep, you can see that beautiful work of art, that joint paper that Summer and I decided to publish in sticker form. If you saw the tweet, the conversation that we had was hold on, let me actually look it up. We had that conversation, and I said, when do we publish our paper? Summer said, it's flawless. And I said, would it be too much of a meme to put this on a sticker and sell it? And she said it would be the perfect amount of a meme to put it on a sticker and sell it. And so I did. Yep. So if for some reason you desperately want that sticker, and none of the other things, you can get it, and it's like $4.50. It's pretty cheap. But yeah, I haven't shilled the Design by Human store in a long time. I figured I would point it out, especially now that there's this fucking meme item in it. But yeah, I would like to say some thank yous to a bunch of people that came in over the course of the night. Whoo boy, it has been a busy evening in my alerts. First to TVM Rock for the 10-month resub. Thank you for the 10 months. We're getting real close to that full year and that new sub badge. Variant roles for the huge raid at the end, I believe, of our first hour of the episode tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you to Smokebeard for the follow. Snow Dogs for the 100 bits, going to our channel-wide bit goal, which is, I believe we're, safely over 40% of the way now to me running a one-shot of Things from the Flood. Twilight's Falling with the 4-month resub. Vivacia. I want to say Vivacia because I studied Italian in college, and when I see an I following a C, I think the ch sound. Maybe it's Vivacia. Whichever one of those pronunciations is correct, please feel free to let me know. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Not Lotus, for the follow. Thank you, Twilight's Falling, for the 100 bits plus the 10 bonus bits. Thank you to Tingle's Magic Words. Hi, Tingle, for the raid toward the end of the show. And thank you, Rock, just now for the 300 bits. Holy crap. Thank you all so much. But before I say goodnight, I believe I promised you an end of credit scene. So, as our credits end, we get a study, well appointed, made of like rich, polished oak. The walls are a set of shelves with many, many books, and it's all lit by candlelight. And we see Mule's father sitting at the desk. We had a deal. You made me a promise that he wouldn't be harmed. Well, that was then, and this is now. And we see Vidhatu step into frame. Unfortunately, your son is his own man, and that means he gets to make his own decisions. Sometimes those decisions get him hurt, and if he keeps up with it, You'll get him killed. But don't worry about it too much. He's not that important. And as long as you do as you're told, I won't try to kill him. And we see Mule's father's knuckles turn white as he clenches his fist. Now, be a good boy and teach my brother how to run this little thing you call a city. And we see Aishma step forward, looking a little uncertain. And that's where we cut. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow with some Minecraft in the afternoon. There might be some other streams in the middle there. I've got Alas at 6 on Tuesday. I've got some video gaming on Wednesday. But we will see you back for this show in a week at 6 p.m. Pacific. Most importantly, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.